welcome to tonight's session. This is our third attempt at recording the silliness, so let's hope it goes well this time. Anyway, tonight's session, we are losing a character. Unfortunately, Captain Carlisle has stepped away. So we're going to do a little bit of time to spin on his back off. Hello! And then we are gaining a new player, Mr. Fallen down here, also known as Spectre 2, which we'll do the intros like we usually do when it's our turn. And then RJ is out doing IRL things, so Dagger House will not be with us tonight. With that in mind, we'll get started. We're going to start with character XP, personal XP, because we didn't get to do it last time. So everyone got that all pulled up on your ends?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to do mine first, and then we'll go for it. So everyone gets the one for just being in the last session, which I've already done on mine. So, major ideals. I did not adjust anything with diplomacy, creativity, or empathy. We just blew things up because that's what we needed to do. I didn't express my heritage, background, or beliefs through my actions. Again, didn't really hit anything. And then there was no burdens, so I can't go from there. What gives you your power? I don't think I emphasized anything on that for the strong sense of community. Could have roleplayed that a little better on my part about wanting to defend the ship because it's home. Thought about that afterwards, so nothing there. Did I make a new friend or ally? I did not, but this session it's guaranteed. And then the last one here is what did you speak with your gut? And I would like to say that I definitely did that because I suggested in combat that the course of action we take for commanding like what would play out best, and I think last combat went really well, so that's better. I'll probably turn that on later, but whatever. I'm wearing the wrong colored shirt for the green screen tonight, apparently. So I'm gonna get 2 experience points. Does anyone have any issues with that, or suggestions of things I missed?
Have one.
Okay, listen.
And I may be misremembering,
Mhm.
but I thought you gave us an extra XP for doing well in the last combat.
Yeah, you know what? That sounds right. And you know what? For how fast you guys completely demolished the enemy team, I'm gonna give it to you regardless. So everyone gets an extra pilot XP. I'll even, for the exception of new player. I'm sorry, new player, you're getting skipped on this part. So
Fair enough.
I'm gonna jump for me, and we're gonna go over to you, Frozen. What besides your basic core stat, is there any major, minor, or any other things that you think you touched on last session? And obviously
So,
the extra one.
At the top of the list of my major ideals
Okay.
is addressing challenges with strength, leadership, or force.
Okay.
And I would argue that I addressed our challenge in that combat with a significant amount of force.
Yeah, especially with your new powers and the crazy ball of doom. I don't think there was a single round that you didn't do damage in. So.
I think except the first one when I grabbed the plate.
Okay.
Point collection.
You know what? I'm totally okay with giving you an experience point for that. Any others?
Okay. Giving my powers a voice and heart of iron passed down from my mentor. I don't think I used that one.
Okay.
Minor ideal, I protected someone weaker than myself.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an example. Or what you feel would be appropriate.
I helped protect an entire ship full of people that could not defend themselves.
Okay, so I'm going to caveat that with the ship 100% could have defended itself. They were not in dire needs of you guys to go out and kick ass like you did. Because it's a big ass ship. You guys just prevented them from damaging the ship, which, you know, will help it repair long term in the later on.
Okay, fair enough. I figured it was a long shot, but I'd give it a shot anyways, because why not?
Right? No, I totally agree. It's a good idea. If you weren't fighting for the ship and it was like a small group of people, yeah, totally.
And the very last one is, what weapons do I wield?
Okay.
A carefully curated arsenal is what I have selected there. And I would again say that given my carefully curated arsenal, I did pretty good. Between my prototype weapon and my Omni gun.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. That's cool.
Sweet.
Now, does that level you up?
No, because I missed the one session where we gained
Oh,
experience. So.
okay. I was like, man, you gotta be close. Okay.
Yep, I'm 2 away, which means that probably Wayland's gonna level up.
Okay, cool beans. All right, speaking of Waylon, it's your turn. What you got? Obviously the one and the bonus one. What else?
That's 2.
Yep.
I believe I used the what do you call it? The cybernetic augmentations laced in my limbs. I'm pretty sure that I hacked into something last time. I don't quite remember. It's been a little bit.
I don't remember you hacking anything last night because it was mostly just a combat session.
I think so, yeah. Well, in that case, I did use a carefully curated arsenal to try and take down things.
You did do that for sure. I will give you an experience point for shooting people in the face because you shot people in the face. Anything else?
I'm trying to think. I can't really think of anything else. I am literally 1 away.
Me too.
Okay, so close.
I think I'm 8 away.
Next time
I was going to say that just means at the end of this session when we do this again, we'll get it.
Yep.
Okay, so with that done, we're gonna do the license level 2, which I will also give to Fallen. Fallen, obviously, please level up at the same time. And we're gonna talk through what you guys are doing. Okay. So again, I'm gonna start with Hex, and then we'll do the circle one more time. Except for this time, I'm gonna start with Fallen. You can go from there. All right, so
we should probably introduce our characters and stuff while we're doing that.
That's probably a good choice, right? So Hex is your handy-dandy everyman. He was a prison colonist. Yahoo! He is kind of just a background character that keeps the team moving in the appropriate direction. Yeah. That's it for him. Alright, let's see. What do I have already? Let's do this. Read situation, hack, fix. Well, since we lost our hardcore hacker, I'm gonna upgrade my hacker fix thing. Because we needs it.
lost our drone fleet.
Yeah, which is super upsetting because I made all those little things for him. Alright, the question is, do I take the full power of the walking armory or pick up something else?
What do you have so far?
So I have 2 in walking armory, 1 infiltrator, 1 brutal, and 1 technophile. And I really, I think I want to...
What is your mech again?
It's the rain.
The rain? Oh, the rally.
Rally, sorry, yeah. You know, I think I'm gonna take the next upgrade for the technophile because I really want Squawk to be hyper powerful. So I'll probably max that out first, honestly.
I think you get the uncle thing later on as your level 3.
Oh, what?
You get a compound, so you can either do technophile, the one that makes you friendly with.
Yeah, so with the technophile, it gives me the servant class MPT, and then when you upgrade it, it gets better. So now with it, once per round, trait or reaction can be used a number of times between the start of the user's turn and the start of the next turn. Oh, sorry.
And I'm not sure if you want to do that, because if you go level 3, I think you can only have 1 compound. You can have a compound or you can have an NHP.
Yeah, no. I'm sticking with the NHP. That's what I got. If you mean for the rain itself, it gets me a level 3 or whatever?
Yeah, once you get level 3 in, like, the rally, then you, I believe you get an NHP, and I don't know if you can have a compound and an NHP at the same time. You might be able to, honestly. No.
If it's a thing, I'm just going to say it is.
Alright.
Okay, so your mech gains the AI tag, your custom NTP, you can make complex decisions and judgments independently without instructions, so I can get out my mech and it does things. And then once per round, with the assistance of your MA2, you may re-roll any mech check or save. You must keep the new result, though, even if it's worse. So, your boy ain't rolling trash ever again.
One would
I'll say
hope.
about that.
Yeah, right.
Roll all
Nice
ones.
gods went pretty one on that.
All right, so I get
All the rain on the parade.
I get a +1 in everything at this point. So because of my guns, I have to be relatively up close and personal. So I'm thinking, the extra HP would be nice, or the extra agility. What do you guys think?
HP lets you move faster and gives you a little bit more
Yeah,
evasion.
yeah. I'm gonna
I
take
say,
the
yeah, Dick's.
I'm gonna take the agility this one because next time I pick it, I get a +2 and a +1. So
Yeah, I think Toku is a little slow, or not Toku. Raleigh, whatever.
Uncle Classic.
Woot 'em, toot 'em, six shoot 'em.
All right, let's do it. All right. I'm full up. I'm full up on the thing, and then we get a star bonus. So I get to pick one of these. So we got the Barbarossa frame, Formero frame, Jice frame, reinforced frame, sloped painting. Ooh, it gives you a +1 armor. Ooh. Ooh. These are all hard choices, guys.
Are they though?
Yes. This one gives me a bigger frame. As long as your wreck has no more than one structure, you gain resistance to all damage. When it's reduced to 0.
There's another one that lets you add a second auxiliary, which means you can add another hand cannon.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Actually,
what
no, that's
needs.
another 2 hand cannons because hand cannons are aux.
Yeah.
So you get 2.
Where's that one at? I don't see that one. I see the mech size.
Hold on.
There's a threat.
Let me
+1
look
threat with
through
all
it.
melee
The
weapons.
thing, core bonuses.
I don't really use melee weapons, so that won't be helpful.
My nickname for a hand cannon. Anti-life weapon.
I think I'm
Okay. I think it's integrated. It's integrated weapon.
that is not. I'm in the ISP stuff, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, GMS is the one that's got it. It's called integrated weapon.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
Or you do mount retrofitting and you change one mount into a main aux mount,
which might be useful.
which means you get to get a main weapon attached to it and another auxiliary.
You know, I'm thinking I'm gonna take this slot painting, because it gives me the +1 armor, and most of my stuff doesn't have super high armor, so that'll be super nice.
Sloped is pretty decent.
As I recall, you had an issue with getting hit a lot the last game.
Because I gotta be close. So if I can up my AC
This is
and
true.
up my armor, life is good. All right, so we're up to 2 grit, so that'll be good. That's me. So let's jump to you guys. I'm gonna pull my thing off and kind of background it, so I can just look at y'all's faces. You're not showing your faces, so it doesn't matter. But whatever. But let's talk through it. So next up, we're gonna jump over to Fallen, aka Spectre. Spectre, let's talk about your mech. What all you doing to it?
Okay, so I mean we're upgrading it. I know that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go. Have one. Okay, so I can add into one thing to the previous 2 levels that we did.
Yep, basically whatever you pick goes from a +2 to a +4, or a +4 to a +6, or a 0 to a +2 if you want to pick up a new skill.
I'm looking at blow something up.
What's the max plus again? Is it +6 is the highest you can get on a skill?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
You do +6 or +8. I think it's +6 though.
Either way, if I add on to something, I'm either getting +4 or I'm doing +6 on assault. Or I could add in blow something up.
All those are great narrative choices. I think assault would probably make the most sense, and or the one that's like take someone out quietly.
Yes, because yeah. I got a +4 in assault, +2 in hack, investigate, full rank, and take someone out. So I'm gonna take someone out into +4.
Nice.
Oh crap, talents.
I was gonna say you got a lot to go through, so.
Yeah, and I know we maxed out duelist. That one.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go down and just Vanguard, see-through seeker.
While you're doing that, I
Sensors and
realized I
air.
gotta update my mech too.
Okay, so if I add one into Vanguard, I get to ignore cover.
That sounds about right.
I ignore both soft and hard cover when using CQ weapons to attack targets.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm going with that one.
Solid choice.
Improve mech skills. Okay. Oh, this is where I had a bunch of. Oh yeah, I did one in hull and systems and agility. I think I'm gonna need another one in agility with how I'm building this.
Okay.
Unlock license. Oh, that's upgrade I'm using. Or unlock another mech. I mean, might as well finish upgrading Morning Cloak.
That would be a smart choice.
It's in Variable Sword and Fade Cloak. Yeah, I'm gonna upgrade that. Oh, Core.
Yo,
I need to figure out.
I can pick up a kinetic hammer. That's dirty.
Okay, so I need something from. Apparently, I can only take stuff from GMS.
Yeah,
Posting.
because you have to upgrade your license level, so.
Yeah, it's at license level 3 right now.
No, then you should. Did you put all three
Uh,
into the same core or the same vehicle?
Into the Morning Star. Or Morning Cloak.
Ah,
Whatever it's called.
you should be good to go then. I don't know. I wouldn't.
Oh! I can't get from IPS. Get anything from IPS, Horace, or Harrison.
Gotcha.
no, because you've only locked the core bonuses for the company your mech
Specific.
comes from. Yeah.
Yeah. All theater movement suite. Pulse jets. Okay. I'll just add in some extra movement. Moon evasion. I'm gonna take Neuralink targeting.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
Gives me a +3 on range.
nice. All right, I have a question for the group here. Should I keep the bolt thrower that I already have mounted to my handy dandy gun, or should I jump over to the kinetic hammer?
Kinetic hammer is melee, so it really does depend on if you want to lean into shooty or melee. Either way, they're both loading, I'm pretty sure.
Aren't you kinetic hammer really let me? I'm like, nope.
I
Just,
think the thing is, if
Nope.
you want to go melee and short range,
Mhm.
you can still fire pistols while in because they have a threat range.
Right. Yeah, all my weapons would have a threat range. So the if I get rid of the bolt thrower, I basically guarantee I won't shoot anything beyond range 5, because that's as far as the pistol shoot. Because the shotgun's range 3, and then this kinetic hammer goes down to 1. I currently have up to range 8, and it does technically better damage than the other thing here, because it also has reliable, but it also has loading, whereas this one does not. I don't know. I think never mind. Sorry, I think I'm going to stick with what I have. Maybe I'll change it up later, but my character is built for guns because it's got the ammo case and all that fun stuff. So don't mind me. Anyway, how's it going there, Spectre?
I have finished up with license.
Sweet. Okay, you're done. Don't forget to upgrade your mech. We're gonna go jump on everyone else while they do their next thing. So, Frozen, where you at? What's the thought? How's it going?
I am right here.
Hey,
I'm clicking the level up button right now.
do
Oh,
it.
so just as a thing, my
Uh-huh.
character's name is Jastia Phoenix, call sign Jester, and she is using the Horus Pegasus mech now,
Mm,
and she's named it the Standard Deviant. All right, leveling up.
such a fun name.
Right? I think I'm going to improve my invent or create skill. Talent. That's a tough one.
Bless you. Bless you again. So, so much.
Mm, I think I'm going to take the next level in engineer.
Ooh.
Lets me tweak the essential components of my prototype weapon in order to increase its effectiveness. So I can improve its accuracy or make it a smart weapon. I can strip the reactor shielding, so I can choose at the cost of 2 heat to attack with one of the following options depending on its weapon type. If it's a ranged weapon, it can get a cone, a line, or a blast.
That's wild. Oh, by the way, so that special CompCon that is for the IPS is only if I'm using a super heavy weapon. And basically, when I'm using a super heavy weapon, I can attack with a +2 difficulty with the weapon with the uncle's weapon as a free action. Uncle can't use a weapon that's already been used this turn. Any weapon the uncle attacks with can't be used again until the start of your next turn. So it literally only helps if I have a super heavy weapon. But that might come in handy later if I go back to our handy dandy my other bag and goof around with that. Sorry, not to cut you off.
That is true.
Mhm.
I'm going to take a 3rd spot in engineering for the extra heat capacity.
He says, "Burn me up, baby."
And I'm going to take my 3rd license level into Pegasus.
Nice.
Core bonuses.
Was that just me, or did you sound like you were the Halo announcer for a second?
Actually, that's what I was playing before I joined.
All
Decided
right.
to
Oh,
mess around on the campaign a bit.
let's see. Man, the quotes in these, I don't know if everybody's like looked at the Horus core bonuses, but the flavor text in these is kind of wild. Uh,
Putting manipulators on my thing so when I grab somebody, I can grab them real good.
let's see. Gain +1 accuracy on systems checks and saves and 2 E defense. Save target increases by 2. Additionally, once per round, when a character fails to save against you, they take 2 heat. As a reaction at the start of any allied character's turn, once per round, you can make a lock-on tech action against any character within line of sight and sensors.
That's
I
pretty
don't do
fancy.
tech attacks.
Still fancy.
Anytime you take structure damage, you disappear into a non-space and cease to be a valid target. You reappear in the same space at the start of your next turn.
That's fancy. Almost feels like it's cheating.
Right? Or the last one is I can install an additional AI in my mech. If one enters Cascade or becomes unshackled narratively, the other prevents it from taking control of your mechs. You only lose control of your mech if both AI tag systems or equipment enter Cascade. I don't currently have an AI, but that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to take the lesson of the held image.
Okay. That's good stuff.
Yep, that's once per round. I can do a lock on as a reaction on an allied character's turn.
Nice.
And that is me done.
Sweet.
Wait.
Voice.
Okay. And last but not least, Waylon, aka Ironworks.
Yay, I'm here. Okay. Well, time to think about this. 'Cause I was thinking about this quite a bit, and I'm still not all too sure what I want to do.
May I make the most noble of suggestions?
Yeah.
Roll a dice. Speaking of dice, we're going to use our fancy blue ones today, along with 2 orange ones for our positive dice, and a red one for my negatives, if I can find it. My son decided to go through my dice, though, so, you know. Will I be able to find what I need? Who knows? The problem with dice is they get into your shit. They're wonderful, wonderful things, but they do not respect your privacy. Just know that, for anyone who's watching. So talk us through what you're thinking about, friend. What are your decisions? What are you going through? This is the time to talk and get your opinions from your friends here.
Currently, I've got 3 pilots talents. I've got Nuclear Cavalier,
Mm-hmm.
Brutal, and Duelist.
Okay.
And I'm thinking I'm going to pick up Duelist. Once per round, when I hit with the main melee, I get 1 Blade Master die, which is D6,
Mm-hmm.
up to a maximum of 3.
Mm-hmm.
They last until the current scene ends, and I can expend 1 for bonuses. I can either parry as a reaction to get resistance to all damage, heat, and burn dealt by a attack.
Mm-hmm.
Deflect, so I can deflect when hit by a ranged attack. Feint, I can ignore engagement and don't provoke reactions from a target. And I can make someone try to pass an agility save, or I knock them prone.
I think all that's great, so.
Yeah, I think I'm going with Blade. I'm gonna go with Duelist too.
It's a good choice. Well, I have a second. I am going to plug that tonight is our last night of our sale for the dice. So for those of you here, if you're trying to buy dice from us, get them when you can. We have PopCon tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Saturday. We will be in person if you're in Fairbanks. Wahahaha. It's up at the college.
How late does that go?
It is all weekend basically, so it's to the 12th, which I believe is Saturday.
Yeah, but when does it close?
Like 8, I want to say. It's pretty late. If you just look it up on UAF's
more of
website
that.
or whatever, it should tell you. Or I can look it up really quick because I'm just listening here.
And really depending if I should get Tokugawa 3.
What is the advantage to getting 3? Because after I picked up 3 in the rain, I realized I really didn't need it.
I get a system that basically says I can do a lot of extra bonus damage equivalent to heat.
Mm.
What that essentially does is my entire I treat heat like an extra resource that gets me additional damage.
Right.
So, yep.
You can do that. That seems like an easy choice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go 3 because burn is scary. So Tokugawa 3, and I have the ability to do
Oh, excuse me, sorry.
Gesundheit.
Sneeze.
And I'm gonna do overpowered caliber. That one I already knew about. That one I knew about. Okay. Yeah, that's my character.
Sweet. All right, so that's everybody, yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, give me a second. Let me pull up that popcorn thing. Oh, it's happening now. So,
what's going on?
No, the something that's happening in Fairbanks. Yeah, so it's happening. Let's look at the schedule here. No, I don't want to add it to my thing. I just want to look at the event right now. So it's today, tomorrow, and Saturday. Looks like 8 p.m. is the last day. On Saturday. Yeah, cool. All right, so we move on. Are you guys ready for a little bit of story now we've done the backside of things?
Yes.
All right, so the lot of you return back to the ship. You've successfully defended it, and handily so, to where the ship's weapons didn't even need to turn on. You guys had one enemy that escaped, right? Or did you guys finish him off? Do you remember?
No, we no. I don't remember actually.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
I feel like you guys let one go just because it was like there was no reason to get him.
Yeah, I
might
think
have
by the
killed
time
him,
anybody
honestly.
was within range, he was just too far gone. There's no point.
Yeah. So, with one enemy escaped, the rest of this couple squads that was sent at you guys thoroughly trounced. You guys returned to the ship triumphantly. You guys were the only squad out there because the other Lancer squad was KIA. And so you guys are going to spend some time helping around the ship. And we're going to fast travel through this. You guys are going to get a single downtime event because your other would-be free time downtime event is helping repair the ship. In that time, after our downtime event, or before our downtime event, I should say, the captain goes to the 5 of you and assigns one new member to your squad. You are no longer the Reckless 5, she jokes. You're now the Reckless 6, and she introduced Spectre, also known as Jacob. What's your last name? Sorry, it's not living good. Livingstone?
Yes.
Livingstone. With your upcoming mission, you're going to want a stealth expertise member, and he happens to be one of it. Unfortunately, his squad was completely trounced in the beginning assault, and he has been out of a mech for some time, but he does have quite a bit of experience, and he will be added onto you. He's also your guys' replacement lieutenant. He's not a lieutenant, though. He is a sergeant, and he will be more or less keeping you rowdy shenanigans out of trouble. So, you're all being given a downtime event. RJ's character is going to use his event to work with the engineers to help build that relationship that you guys are building a little bit better. So, Jory von Danica is... Or Danica von Jory, sorry, the other way around. Is sticking behind to help not only the pilots, but she's also sticking behind to help the engineers, because you guys are trying to make little internal unions of the both of them for some reason. I will roll percentile to see how well she does because she is not here to narratively roll for herself. So I'll leave it up to the dice and see what the dice gods have to say about her efforts. You guys have any guesses? Any thoughts?
Number.
Say what?
Number.
Number what?
Oh, it's just a number. That's my guess.
A smart aleck, I see. I see. lost a dice.
Feel
I'll
the
find it later.
presence of the dice gods, and I feel that we are blessed.
Okay, well, I have my number. The real question is, are you guys going to like it? Waylon, you want to make your guess? Good, bad, or ugly?
Honestly, not really.
Okay.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, it would. Remember, if they fail any of their checks for doing their stuff, the organization gets completely dissolved. I will fast track this storyline a little bit so you guys don't have to think about it later, but she did really well. Basically, she establishes both of them and your guys' connection to them directly as the Lancers, right? So she's basically assigned one pilot and one mechanic directly to your guys' causes and needs for future stuff. But to do so, she has to do quite a bit of work on the base. So she is elected to give up her mission slot so she can work on this with obviously the captain's permission. So you will not have to worry about that. So for the rest of you, go ahead and take your downtime action, and then we'll go from there. I will open up CompCon and get to the part where it allows me to read off that's Content Manager. Downtime actions, in case you guys don't know what they are. So we're going to go to Glossary. That's not what I want. I lied. Not Glossary. Reference. That's also not it. Gosh dang it. Action Economy, Status. License. I know there's one back here. It's not bots. Maybe it is Action Economy. It is! Okay, so your guys' choices, especially for our new character, are buy some time, which none of you should have to apply to except for Carlisle, and we'll get to him. Gather information so you can figure out stuff about the next mission or what you need to do in the area or whatnot. Get a damn drink. None of you should need this, but this is the way to relieve stress, but it'll get you into trouble and or get you random other things. There's Get Connected, which is make friends, basically get items for the next mission. Get Focused allows you to learn a new skill that is not combat related. Great Creative allows you to tweak or attempt something new that you have not tried before to try and figure out a solution for later. Get Organized. You guys could do this, but because RJ's character is spending its entire turn doing this for you guys, I'm going to pull that off the board because no more organizations for a little bit. There's Power to the Cost allows you to get a reward in the form of resources and whatnot, but obviously for a cost. Go Diving wouldn't really work in this situation because you guys are not out in the open. You're at the ship and there's no seedy underbelly. Scourge and Banter, try to get your hands on something like a gear asset. And then last is a gunfight. You challenge someone to a one-on-one duel. Again, there's no need for a gunfight here. You guys are chilling like villains with your friends. So, with all that reread, is there who wants to start? There's not really an order at this point.
Okay.
You spoke first. Fallen! What are you doing for your one
I was
downtime
just
action?
trying to think for a second. Probably best would be to do something either getting information or trying to help out with things that need to be done.
Yep. And as a side note, you guys are all helping out repair the ship so it's repaired faster before your next mission starts. Because apparently the captain needs some time to ready whatever she's trying to get ready for it. That attack set her back a little bit, but she has changed her operational plan, so on and so forth. So you guys have, again, enough time for a downtime action before she sends you out on your next mission.
Right, so I'll go and try to get some information about the mission then.
Okay, so you're going to gather information. All right, so let me click this button. See what you need to do. So go ahead and roll me a D20. And then apply any appropriate skill triggers.
Alright.
What'd you roll?
I forgot. We roll these IRL, right?
Yeah, or on computer, whatever is easier for you.
I'm trying to figure out where I put my D20.
You're
I
full.
don't have an actual D20. I have as a D6, so I'm using an app.
That's fine. I do not care as long as you're able to roll something. Whatever is
Got
convenient.
it.
Okay, a 14 plus 2.
A 14 plus 2, total of 16. So, you find what you're looking for, but you leave clear evidence of your rummaging, or you have to dispatch someone or implicate someone else to innocent to avoid garnering attention. Now, since you guys are on your own personal ship, there's really no consequence for you guys gathering information. The downside is you also don't get any super cool items for gathering the information. You just get a fun lore dump. So, what were you trying to find out about this mission?
There's any particular targets that we need to eliminate?
So this is not an assassination mission. According to the mission planning tech, who happens to be one of your friends, they tell you that this is going to be a relatively silent mission, and the less amount of killing that you can do, the more likely it's going to be successful. Will be an infiltration mission.
Oh, mech is good for that.
You would think. This is one of those multiple times where you might not be in a mech for the entire time. All right, next.
Yeah.
Waylon, or Frozen, or myself. Honestly, I want to wait till you guys pick your stuff so I don't double up on anything.
I would like to do something possibly stupid.
Okay. Let me know. What's up?
Um, you said we're helping out with repairs and stuff, right?
Yep. Yep.
So, uh, can I use Get Creative
Okay.
to either improve a ship system
Uh huh.
or in some other way make uh, a ship system more efficient?
Okay. Yes, you 100% can try and do so. Um, roll me a d20. And obviously,
+4.
what are you adding to it?
My pilot skill, invent or create.
Perfect. Yes, of course. That very much applies to what you're doing.
Okay.
Oh,
Come on, dice gods, don't screw me over today.
and he rolls a 2.
Or uh 14 plus 4 is 18.
18. Fantastic roll. So you make progress on your project, but don't quite finish it. You can finish it during your next downtime without rolling, but you choose 2 of the things that you're going to need. So you'll either need to acquire quality materials, specific knowledge or technique, specialized tool, or a good workplace.
I'm going to go with specialized tools
Okay?
and quality materials.
Okay. So, for the thing that you are fixing up on your ship, do you have an idea of you want to fix, or do you want me to throw one out there with what you have selected?
Um, well, like my thought was like the cooling system on the weapons or something like that so they can fire more efficiently.
Okay. So, you talked with some of the engineers while you were making friends and whatnot. Uh, and instead of improving the big ships themselves, you talked about getting an overtune to the fighters that are doing the flyovers and escort missions, and explained that their weapons need to be tip top shape, so on and so forth. So, when you do this next time for your next downtime action, you'll have to have the materials and the specialized tools to do so. You know the engineers, and they can craft whatever materials you need, so you're good to go on that. But if you do so, the flyover pilots that you guys get will have some improvements, which will also help your pilot group.
Heck yeah. All
All
the
right,
way around, that's a win.
that's a win. Won't help this time, but next time, remember that. Write that down in your character or something. All right, next, because that is 100% a reserve that you will be able to garner next time. Looking at you, Waylon. Silent time
Did he die?
I don't know. Waylon, if you're speaking, we can't see you. You might have to dip out and come back.
No, I'm
there
just
is.
thinking of what to do, and I honestly have absolutely no idea. So, what's the first idea that comes to mind? Okay, let's do this then.
Uh-oh. Listening.
Sorry.
No.
I am going to attempt to help figure out more about like how to clean up, do the welding and stuff like that. Idea is he's going to try and figure out how to do that and somehow apply it to like messing with his mech further.
Okay, so are you going to try and do this get creative, gather information, or get focused?
I'm going to try and do this as a sort of I'm thinking it more of like investigate, as in like researching a subject or studying it closely.
Okay, so you're going to gather information. That's probably what you're going to do. So go ahead and roll me your d20.
Rolling.
And is there any triggers you
Hey,
activate
that's
with
an
this one?
18 plus 2. That's our dirty 20.
Hey, that's all you need. So you get what you're looking for with no complications. So you gain a reserve for doing this. So you find out the handy dandy code for a higher type of armor to plate over your mech. So you will gain the equivalent of +1 armor for the first 3 hits you take. How's that?
Writing it down.
All right. And then your boy. I want to Scourge and Barter because I don't think I've seen this before. So, when you Scourge and Barter, you try to get your hands on some gear or asset by dredging the scrapyards, chasing down rumors, bartering with the local market, or hunting around. You might want some better pilot gear, a vehicle, narcotics, goods, or other sundries. That's a weird name. It needs to be something physical. You don't necessarily have to go be on the gear list. If you do get it, you can take it on the next mission as a reserved. Name what you want and then roll. So as I'm scrounging around and we're building stuff and things, I'm looking for more of those automated smart rounds to see if the armor has any more that are semi-unsecured that we can procure from him. So that's what I'm going for. And this is under get a hold of something, and for me that's a +4. That's a nat 20. Plus my 4. I got it. No problem. There's rounds everywhere. So, for this, every single one of you gets to pick a weapon on your mech and get guided rounds.
All of us?
All of you. I got a nat 20.
Heck yeah. Does that apply only to pew pew weapons, or does that apply to slash weapons?
You can't really have a seeking projectile come out of your slash weapon. So yes, only projectiles.
I was wondering because there are ways to get like seeking on on a melee weapon, so I wasn't sure if that was specific.
Yeah, so for this bit, I am doing it just for bullets, because that would make the most sense.
For the shooting weapon, it's okay.
So if you guys go into your stuff, and this reserve will only be active for this session. Oh, excuse me, sorry. And I will also hint / point out you can add this to your pilot weapons as well to make them auto hits.
Oh.
That would probably be better because the only ranged weapon I have with my mech is a shotgun.
Okay, well, that's something. I'm 100% going to add it to my signature heavy weapon, which is a laser. So. Click and close. All right, noted. So, that's all that stuff and things. So, as you guys wrap up your stuff and things, you hear an alarm breach in the hangar base. And as you guys rush into the hangar at full sprint from wherever the heck you are in the ship, you see a small band of random looking Union soldiers in various uniforms and stuff, all gathered around one singular ship. There's about 5 or 6 of them, and they seem to be shooting at everyone. They're pew 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 pew, and in the center of all of them is handy dandy Captain Carlisle, and he is making some kind of bold statement while waving around his guns. His drones are flying all over the place. They're shooting at people. You do notice that they're not actually killing anyone. They're just shooting wildly. Everyone that's watching is just kind of like, why? After a couple seconds, you guys will pause, wait, and see them get into the ship to take off. And a large messaging screen that is attached to one of the drones left behind plays in the air, and Carlisle's face, "Ha! Today is the day that my parents called me home. I will be leaving you now, as if to avoid you all the trouble of having to deal with them. I'm going back home, and no one can stop me. Politely to the actual captain and my former crewmates or the space squad mates. You can have fun being space police for the rest of time. You'll never catch me. Goodbye."
Still catch him.
Waylon just kind of like waves. He's just like, okay, bye. That was kind of always an option. You could have just gone.
Think
This was always an
Thanks.
option. Bye.
Spectre's just gonna turn around with his I'm just face palming.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably haven't even seen Carlisle at this point. You know, he's just been some random dude. The fact that he took like 7 people with him is probably more upsetting than anything, because that's 7 less crew. Frozen, you have anything to say about Captain Carlisle escaping?
Damn it! Just clean this hangar bay.
Oh fuck! Right. Wait, are we gonna
Nice.
have to clean up after him?
Yes.
Son
Let's
of
go
a.
catch him.
Shortly afterwards, you guys are called into the captain's mess. Also, before you leave, Heck goes, "I ain't cleaning shit, y'all. That ain't my job." Politely.
You can take that up with the captain.
Yeah, you know how she loves me. If you
Oh
guys
yeah,
were-
my eardrums are still recovering from last time.
Yeah, well, you know, that's what you do when you try to flirt with the captain and fail terribly. So we were escorted to the captain's room, as that was our squad mate, along with several other squads where these other people come from. We are expecting the worst of the worst, but a couple minutes later, the captain walks in, relatively non-involved, and she goes, "Well, it looks like you're in luck. I was going to have all of you and the other crews court-martialed, but apparently, we can't even send a ship after him. His parents have already talked to the Union officials, and they were coming to get him anyway. So now the people that are coming to get him are just going to go chase him wherever he went to. So that's nice, I guess. I hope this man understands the trouble he's going to get into when they catch him, if they catch him. Do you guys have anything to say about your former squad mate?"
His actions do not reflect on us.
Okay. Political, I like it. Anyone else?
That about covers it.
Okay. I will note that a couple of you talked to his parents via his instant transmissions. Do you have anything to say about that, or why he was contacting his parents at all in the meantime? Because to my understanding, he was basically on house arrest, and they just threw him on my ship, so... I would be more upset, but he just made a mess than anything.
My understanding is that he was attempting to prevent his parents from finding out where he was and what he was doing.
Ah, that would make
That seems
sense.
about what we kind of understood from the yelling inside the hangar. As for the random discharging of his gun, rich kids, he just kind of like shrugs. He's just like, ah.
Hmm. Now, do you guys know anything about the other crewmates that took off with him?
Not in the slightest, other than he just kind of took 7 other people with him, honestly.
Okay. Hex will pop
I
up. Oh, go
thought they
ahead.
were part of his pirate crew, to be honest.
Hex
He had
pops
a
in.
pirate crew?
Yeah. He talks about him all the time, and he's been looking for him in the data records for a while.
Well, I got that, but I just thought that they weren't on board. I thought they were like dispatched somewhere else.
I thought so too.
I
I also kind of thought he was kind of, you know, he just makes the classic like swirling his finger around his head like he was kind of out of it or crazy. I
I
didn't
I
think
thought
he
his
was.
crew had come to get him, and that's why they were wearing Union uniforms.
From what little I have had interacting with him, I agree with you. I'm pretty certain he was crazy.
Well, that's an interesting assessment from all of you, especially you, Spectre. Okay, well, with that out of the way, I'll go yell at the other people later. Obviously, you guys didn't have anything to do with this because you're still here, I assume. If that
I
changes,
wasn't even told he was planning on doing anything.
expect an ass whooping. From me personally to you, delivered straight to your ass. But that aside, I have a mission for you to make up for this. Now we've recruited or reassigned Danica Von Jory to help the engineers and stuff, and she'll be cleaning up the mess. So I'm sure she'll be very happy about that. The rest of you, on the other hand, I have something what I would call special. She hands all of you a what looks to be a small square box with a button on top of it. He says, "Do you know what this is?"
The internet.
The
It's a
what?
box with a button on it.
He's just gonna kind of look over at. I'm sorry, Frozen. I keep forgetting your character's name. I'm sorry.
Spectre.
Astia.
Oh,
He looks over at Cassie. And he's just kind of like. He's just got the face of what? Just huh? He literally has the meme "what" face, and he's just like, isn't it a detonator of some sort?
close, not quite.
It's a box.
It is a box. You're right.
Most likely it's going to either be a detonator or it is an explosive itself, though.
You're very wrong. This is a transponder. You'll be leaving your mechs here, and we'll be flying a high orbit ship above your location across from or into the third space station. We want you to get as much information on the enemy ship as possible. If you happen to blow some things up while you're there, good job. This little button here is your emergency I need a mech button, and it goes from sneaky mission to shoot your way out mission. Is that understood?
Noted.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So don't lose the box. It's important. You cannot call your mech down without it, and it is all genetically registered to you. So if you have the wrong box or someone else grabs it, they can't call your mech in. Okay. Do you have any questions about this upcoming mission? Can I explain it any better? You guys will be flown in on a small transport vessel that has been disguised as a civilian one from the codes you picked up from the other station earlier. So, allegedly, we should be able to get past any defenses that have been set up. And like I said, we'll basically put your mechs on the low orbiter and send it pretty high out of space, so you have to wait a couple seconds before it hits the ground, but it'll get to you eventually. If you need it. Otherwise, you'll sneak in and sneak out. How's that sound?
Understood.
Okay.
Okay, your mission
Sounds
Sure.
like a mission.
Your mission objectives is don't get caught. Gather as much information as possible. We've located 2 data centers on the ports outside the ship, which I will mark on your stuff for you. How you go about it is up to you, but my suggestion is be as quiet as possible. don't hurt anybody, and get out. Because all we need is weak spots, and recently repaired structures and status of the ship itself. Because if it's stuck there, we're gonna hit it hard, and if it's just waiting for us to charge it, we're gonna wait and do something else. But we need to know what state it's in before we make an attack.
Fair enough.
We would also like you to see how much of their supplies slash any other information about the planet itself you can gather, and if you can figure out where the heck they're holding the Baron's son. If you guys will recall, the Baron's son has been kidnapped by these pirates and is being held for ransom, which is honestly probably the reason you guys are here.
Yeah, probably.
I don't remember if you guys were told that or not. Were you guys told that?
I wasn't, but I'm the new kid.
No, I don't think we were.
No? Oh, it must have came in while you were out. So the ISP agent, right? That's what they are. The Union Secret Service, basically. Pops out of the captain. She's like, you hadn't told them that yet. They weren't supposed to know till later, till they hit landfall. But whatever, I'll break the news now. And this is as you guys have seen him before, this is a young, charismatic-looking officer. He kind of blends into the background, but if you're looking for him, you can find him really easy by just the shape of his chin. Very strong-jawed individual. So he walks over and says, all right, I'll give you the lowdown for your need to know, because you might get some information that you think isn't important that actually is. So the reason we're here is to secure the Baron's son. Not only to eliminate these pirates and clear off the world, but the Baron of the area here had his son kidnapped on their home planet, and allegedly he was brought here. So we are wanting to find where the heck he's at and extract him, because as soon as we extract him, we can leave. Otherwise, we got to clean up this entire mess. And the captain seems some more about that, but we just get our job done and go home. Life's good. You happen to take care of the pirates along the way, bonus. You have any questions for me? Just know all of this is need to know, so don't be sharing it with the rest of the crew. They don't need to know.
Got it.
Good. Captain pops over, or pops back up and says, with that being said, the other Lancer squad does not know. They will need to know after their mission. We are sending them down to the planet as a recon force on one of the unoccupied cities to see if they can set up a small base there before you guys get there with a small detachment of Marines. So, if you guys fail terribly, they'll be coming to your rescue, but it'll be a while. Thumbs up?
Got it.
Cool
Understood.
beans. Let's get to poppin'. Which is probably a term you guys haven't heard before. Or at least it is old and slangy. So, for a lore dump for our brand new player, do you guys want to tell him anything he should know about the world he's playing in? Or anything that you guys have learned about where we are at while I set up maps and things?
I think you might be better at doing that, but we can explain it. So the idea is we were coming out here to investigate distress signal, and what we found was essentially pirates of some sort, but we've discovered that it's actually about the entire population of this planet that was originally here has rebelled, for lack of a better term. And they have taken over these 3 stations that we're on, as well as the moon. The stations
Hold on a second.
themselves. Go ahead.
He got disconnected.
Oh,
But
I said space caps and he dipped.
he said space cops, and rightfully so, he ran away.
He said, not for me.
Not happening here.
No space caps allowed. Okay, it's back. Where'd you disconnect from? Because we were mid-story.
Just after it turned out that the entire population rebelled.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the entire population has, in fact. Oh, I gotta sneeze.
Do it.
No, there it is.
Bless you.
Bless you.
So the entire population has essentially kind of abandoned what they were originally sent there to do and struck up a revolt, eventually becoming just kind of a big population of pirates. They have taken over the moon, I
Moons,
believe,
plural.
as moons, as well as 3 space stations. Epidos Station, Tepes Station, and Brobus Station. 2 of the stations we have cleared out. We have yet to clear out Brobus, which is the repair. No, that was the one we did last time, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
So you the first one you cleared out was the shipping station. The second one you cleared out, or at least neutralized, because there might still be enemies there. Oh, what'd I do? There it goes. Whew, sorry. Was the like living quartery stations. So it had quite a bit of population and was like the civilian transporty stuff, so like a big old airport. And
Yep,
then
that was
That's a
Tepes.
spaceport.
more or less, yeah. And
We
then the
cleared
last,
out Tepes.
and then the Brobus is the repair station for all the ships and things.
Yep.
The one we haven't attacked yet, because that's where the pirate capital ship is also
Yeah.
docked repairing.
They have a docked capital ship that is equal to the current ship that we have, which is only. Is it a? Did you say it was a destroyer or a battleship?
They are destroyers. Again, I don't have classifications for this system on how big ships are supposed to be, so I'm just using the term destroyer, but it could be smaller, it could be bigger.
Destroyers are usually agile and have a lot of freaking torpedoes.
That's more of what your guys' ship is. I mean, it's got a pretty good sized
It's
crew.
slender, fast, and it just goes pew pew. Please don't hit me.
Yep.
So they've got
Yep,
one equal
that's how
to
destroyers
ours.
work.
They've got one equal to what we have. They have a destroyer of similar capabilities to what we currently have as our main ship. And even though it is docked for repairs, we are obviously very careful about going around and trying to deal with that for obvious reasons.
So, is there any Lancer lore that you think he should know? Because he is also a total Lancer scrub. How much of the core rulebook did you get to read? Or does the core rulebook that you downloaded not have any of the lore stuff?
I don't think it has any of the lore.
Okay. Is there any lore that you guys think is appropriate to share? Besides, the Union is the good guys. It's who we're working for.
There are these things called NHPs, non-human persons. They're basically rogue AIs of a certain sense. They are in fact shackled, which means we've kind of put like locks on them. If they ever get unshackled, that means they're kind of free to do whatever they want. And usually they're not too happy about getting particularly not getting shackled. They don't really like that. So that can be an issue. Additionally, there's a lot of really kind of nitty gritty stuff. There are these guys called barons, and they're essentially just kind of rich nobles that hold like important trade routes. Which is why the baron's son is kind of such a big deal. They have important trade routes that a lot of ships have to pass through, and they have a lot of like land on planets that are specifically held with massive amounts of resources, so we obviously don't want to piss them off.
If we do, we want to put them down as well.
Yeah, but the last time that happened, war crimes were committed, and that was not a fun time.
War crimes.
I love war crimes.
Yes,
Did you know that
that's the.
citizens cannot be tried for war crimes?
We're technically not citizens.
You know,
This is true.
Is it Federation rules? There's citizens and civilians.
Good point.
That,
I think for lore wise, there is a difference between enlisted people and regular yahoos who are out in the world. But I don't think they get any different rights because of the union's main stance of everyone has a certain basic set of needs that need to be obtained or retained or whatever you want to call it. And the whole excuse for us coming to this planet and kicking butt and taking names, allegedly when we first got here, was these pirates had taken over the area. It is slowly coming apparent to both the crew and whatnot. This is actually an open rebellion, and the civilians here are not necessarily innocent of the revolt. I mean, they're actively participating in the piratey stuff, and a good amount of their resources is being drawn from the planet itself. And that's what's special about this planet itself, is it's a high resource planet.
Okay.
Which is why we don't want to lose it.
Correct. One of the many reasons.
Losing the people, that's fine.
Now, of course, it's up to you as pilots to decide how you want to act and behave. You are currently basically watchdogs for the Union, but that could change whenever. Character-wise, a couple of us came from mercenary groups, and then joined the Union because we thought it was a good idea, and or whatever reasons. If you're like Captain Carlisle and you got told, "Hey, you're going here, you're going to jail." Yeah, it is what it is. So, with all those thoughts and stuff, let's get to the adventure. So, when you guys are playing around, even though you will not be in your mechs, I'm going to use your mechs for you as you're running around. So, as a reminder, this one is going to be you, Singular Spectre, gold, red, easy to see.
Alright.
Frozen, you're up with the double guns, pew pew, pew 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 pew. White and black.
There.
Then we got Big Boy McGee rocking the Kodiak.
Yeah.
And then
I
we
love
got
me my Kodiak.
then we got the blue and orange boy that honestly I should probably change my mechs out because he no longer has that super cool cannon. But that's our stuff and things. All of our mechs are size 1, right?
I believe so.
Double checking. Hold on.
We might also
Mine
have
is.
size
I
halves.
believe I'm size 1.
Actually, Spectre, check or not? Yeah, Spectre is your.
Yep, I am size 1.
Check yours. You might actually have a size half mech.
Morning Cloak is a...
It's size 1.
Is it size 1?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Okay, cool beans. So in essence, you're rocking a what's that movie? Avatar, the robot mechy thing in that one, right? I'm pretty sure that's the equivalent of a size 1 mech. So you're not quite a Titanfall robot, and you're definitely not a Gundam yet. But you're also not just a fancy suit.
Yep.
Hey.
Just for size comparisons, you have an idea of what you're working at.
You're large, but you're not super terrified.
So, on this
Don't
flight,
make fun of my weight.
Dude, I'm size 1. I'm size 1 as well. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I was making a joke. Don't make fun of my weight.
anyway, gentlemen, how detailed do you want this landing scene, or do you just want to get into the port?
I don't mind some detail.
Yeah.
I'm good with detail.
Okay.
Always good with detail.
So the you guys are in a large lander, right? And it has space for a singular converted civilian transport ship that's going to be operated by a CompCon that will take you to the port and land. It's going to make it look like it's automatic delivery. You guys will sneak out with the supplies and go from there. Your mechs are loaded in the loader, and they're basically in their own drop pods attached to the outside of the mech. Like I said, you all have your little clicky buttons, and as a narrative story choice for you guys can click those buttons at any point. They can also be accidentally triggered if they are pushed while on your person. So just because someone else can't click the button when they're holding it in their hand doesn't mean it can't get slapped by something as a complete and utter accident and go off. So just keep that in mind for terrible narrative.
Watch, that's what's gonna happen to me.
You guys have your own suits and whatnot, so you are going in with whatever equipment you have. So this is your last minute chance to change anything on your person before you fly into combat or whatnot.
This bet would go to something more tactical for What do I have for weapons? That's not what I'm looking for.
He says, that's not for me. Hee hee hee.
That's not what I'm looking for either. I'm grabbing the wrong thing.
Ah, I see. So currently I got the big old pilot weapon, a medium AC weapon, and then my assault harsuit. I'm rocking thermite charges, a handheld printer, and some data plating. Data plating is going to be important for me as a character because it's going to allow me to communicate with Squawk and my mech. And with you guys pretty much at any point. Basically, it's just built-in comm/computer stuff to talk to you guys without it being super crazy. It also lets me communicate with people silently, so I don't necessarily have to talk. I think I'm going to get rid of the handheld printer. What do you guys think? Do you think we need that?
I think it's fine.
You think it's fine? Keep it? All right. And then thermite charges. I don't know how loud this is going to get, but I'm not getting rid of those because they'll just make me feel safe.
Yeah.
I already have. Yeah, I've got thermite charges, medium signature weapon, medium AC weapon, stims, and the proso collar.
So you can disguise your face.
E.
Okay, well, you guys, let me pull up the map so you're not just looking at my face the entire time. Boop. And on, and then obviously if you click on my screen itself, it'll enlarge the image a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. How's that for lighting, you guys? Is that good, or should I turn on some more?
Looks good from here.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
You don't like the giant blue line in the middle of things?
Yeah, that's good.
It really doesn't help at all. Anyway, sorry. All right, so I bought more lighting, so that'll be up next session hopefully. So I'll have something actually directly over it, or semi directly over it, so it'll be a little more even. But that aside, I will have to remember to keep the camera out of the way. That'll be a pain. This is your map you're playing on, so you guys will sneak in from this side up top here. So again, I'm gonna just use the regular squares as if you're regular D&D characters, because why not? But you guys are running around a mech, so the distance is more abstract than anything. Your speed is not going to be important because you're on foot, so it's just kind of like, I'm going to go over here and do this. I did have enemies all planned and ready to go and organized, but like I said at the start of this, my son decided to yeet everything out of my stuff, so that plan went out the window as of...
Yeet the child. No.
Yeah, one of these days. So, I'm going to mark your objective markers with these handy-dandy white coins. So getting to them, these are the locations of getting into the data centers, because there are two of them. They are two different types of data centers, so they will yield different information. I'm going to throw out some drones on here. So these are rotating drones, so after you guys do your moves, they will move as well in a specific pattern. That will, if they run across your path, obviously you will get caught. The other people in here are enemies that will, react to being attacked or things like that. But since you guys are not being aggressive currently, they're kind of just not important. So I'm not going to throw them on the board. You guys are in your hard suits and stuff, but luckily for you, most of them are also in some kind of weapon and ammo, so you guys don't stick out. If you guys remember, most of these pirates are in retrofitted Union uniforms. So, who wants to start? And we'll do the same election order as before. If you guys get to both of these two data centers, getting onto the big ship, we'll go through here, and then I will flip the page to something else. I should probably move the thing that says webcam off the screen so the poor Twitch viewers can see everything. There we go.
I think the best bet might be to split up and take both data centers at the same time.
not a terrible choice. And obviously, you guys would have had time to plan this ahead of time. You wouldn't have exact ideas or goals, but you did know there were 2 data centers. You do know the objective is to not kill anybody if you can help it. And you will be rewarded if you do so. Is the easiest way to put that.
I do have the proso collar, so I can disguise myself as a random member of their group.
You totally can, except for you've probably never seen any of these yahoos. But you could, see the first person you see and, Sam Fisher them real quick. Or Agent 47 them, whatever.
Or another thing is to knock out a guy instead of killing him, knock him out, and make a disguise as him.
That's a possibility. So, at this point, Hex is going to speak, not the DM. But he's going to look at you guys and say, "Look, when I was on a prison colony, those little flying drone things have pretty explosive taser or other discombobulatory items. So setting them off, if you do, cover your eyes as quickly as possible because they are going to flash or tase you. Either way, they're going for the eyes."
Noted. So don't look at them if they do spot us.
Should I have this now or later? Yeah, we'll throw it in there now. So, right here is a small representation of a large tier dropship. It's not your guys's, but it is like another one that looks to be in a pirate style one. So you could assume from that if you do mess up, there probably will be mechs that drop as well. Oh wait, I'm just gonna
Okay.
some random markers on here again. These random markers are people doing stuff and things, and you will be able to interact with them. So don't be afraid to talk to people. But if the drones catch you while you're talking to them, they will give them. Someone's mad.
One moment.
All right.
That didn't sound good.
That did not sound good. Hopefully all is okay.
Hopefully it's alright.
So he'll be back in a second. We'll just throw him up and last, so we're not waiting around forever.
I'm back.
Oh, that was fast. Good job.
All out on him.
Alright, so who's going first?
Whoever wants to, and then after that, they elect the next person. So like combat, in between each one of your rounds, one of these drones will move. There's one drone for each of you, if I counted correctly. And at the end of the round, the people may move, but again, they're less important until you guys goof up.
Gotcha. I'm honestly thinking Spectre. They're the sneakiest of us.
Spectre, you are the sneaky boy. You also have the way to disguise yourself, and if I remember correctly, you are in a stealth suit, which means you can just dip out of existence, basically.
Yeah, so I could go invisible and take out one of the generators. Or not generators, take care of one of the data centers while you guys deal with the other one.
So I will warn you that interacting with the data center will disrupt your invisibility because you have to actually interact with it.
Yeah.
But yes, your suit would basically make you invisible and allow you to not have to deal with the refuge. We're gonna give you guys a whopping 6 squares to move per turn. Again, it's kind of subjective, so I'll be kind with the numbers. But we're gonna give you a speed 6 essentially.
Woohoo!
So
Okay, so
and just like your mech, you get a move action and a action. So activating your mech is a full, or your suit is a full action, but then you can go on from there. Or sorry, not a full
Yeah,
action.
I'll activate my hard suit and then run or start moving towards the furthest ones away.
This one or this one. They're pretty equidistant, actually.
What did you say?
I said they are pretty equidistant, actually. You guys are basically in the center. You are currently on the second floor, and we'll have to go down a floor to get to either of them. So your choices, you could jump off a walkway and like do some little scrambling and whatnot, and try to work this way, or you could just fall along the walkway and get over here, or pop off and then get over there.
I will mention that I did think ahead and I did equip a stealth suit.
Ooh, 2 cells.
We were told this was a stealth mission, so I decided to equip a stealth suit instead.
You are a very smart person. I appreciate you.
Well, we could do that and just have both of us take care of the data centers while the other two are as backup.
Yeah, the issue becomes if we get spotted while over there. Well, I guess we could hide.
It's a possibility.
I mean, being invisible does really help. I gotta read the. Let me read the suit a bit more.
Sure.
Yeah. For what it says with the stealth suit is become invisible. You will cease to be invisible if you take any damage.
Yeah.
Yep. So the only thing that will also disrupt it is when you're actually dealing with the computers themselves.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Electromagnetic fields generated from the computer distorts the invisibility.
Gotta love that. Hmm. I'm trying to think if any of my things would work. I don't think anything else that I have would help out super much.
Okay.
I have data plating.
That actually is very important.
Oh, would it?
Yep. Well, so it allows you to communicate silently with me.
Me.
And yeah, and Frozen. So that will be super because we won't be able to see you. You're literally going to turn invisible to us.
Yeah, I had replaced the frag grenades that I was carrying on with what's it called? Omni Hook. I replaced it with an Omni Hook, so I have data plating, subject enhancivity suite, and Omni Hook.
Oh, you the techie boy.
I've decided to go a little bit techie for this, especially if it's going to be like. I assumed that there was going to be a security system, so
you're on.
I decided to go that route, and it was a little bit more sneaky than that.
No, this is good. That's super important because that means any information that you get, you will basically be able to instantly transmit to the Crooked Smile. So basically guaranteed mission success with everything you have. Also, if you remember, the suite basically allows you to hook up neurally to the computer, which makes stuff way faster.
Yep, and the Omni Hook is a portable, like
radio.
I don't know. It seems like the data plating and the Omni Hook are fairly similar.
So the data plating is for close range stuff, right? So you can do and call things basically anyone on planet or in sector. Whereas the Omni Hook allows you to get to the OmniNet and or send direct messages to like the ships or stuff going by, or break into enemy comms, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So it's
okay.
Big.
That's a bit better than I was expecting, honestly.
Yeah, it's super awesome.
We could use thermite charges to distract everyone if need be.
This is also true.
Potentially, yeah.
Set it up to where, like, if they're getting too close to where we are, we activate the thermite charge, and then they'd start heading that way.
Now remember,
we set it up and tear it down if we ended up not using it either.
That's an option. Now, remember, your guys' goal is to not be seen, so just keep that in mind.
This is true.
Okay, then. So the two of us that have the stealth hard suit go in, hit hit one of them, while one of us is checking, making sure that we're good and no one's coming in. We're gonna interrupt us. The other one takes care of it, and then we switch over to the other one as fast as possible. You said you had things to make it go faster, correct?
Yes, I have the subject enhancivity suite. It's basically instead of having to like plug a thing into like a PDA and then messing with it that way, I just literally have a think of like a cyberpunk, like the jack where you just like pop it in from your wrist and then you can see it like in front of your eyes. It's kind of like that. At least that's how I kind of interpret it.
You're a remote R2D.
Yeah, kind of. I can plug
Okay.
myself in. I can plug myself into things, and then I picked data plating and this Omni hook, so I could actually like mess around with. I assumed that there was going to be like a security system that we want to turn off and on, which is why I went this route.
Yeah, I mean, so with the data plating and with the OmniHook and with your plugin, literally once you hook up this computer, you can not get all the information because obviously there's a reason there's multiple data centers. But you'll be able to share all the information with us and the ship instantaneously. So any relevant stuff is being shared to the ship. So if we get marked, we still win. And B, we get any information that will be relevant to our stories and whatnot.
That makes sense.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I do have
Yeah, I
some
think
skills to hack or fix. I've gotten really good at it, so I decided to put some skills into it. So I can hack or fix stuff. I think the I think the Omni hook lets me hack into things. I'm not sure if I could hack into drones, but
Take a look while you were searching. I'm literally in the items area anyway, so I'll check it out. Omni hook do. There it is, Omni hook. Portable, a bulky OmniHook terminal allows for communication, data transfer, and limited hotspotting. OmniHooks are extremely valuable, though most mech squads have at least one. Tuning an OmniHook requires a high level of skill, so they are usually mounted or carried by designated operators. So it doesn't necessarily let you hack, but it does allow you to transfer data, create your own Wi-Fi more or less, so you can make your own signal to send things, and then connect to the OmniNet for communications. Again, big old radio, or not big old radio, small old radio. So you can communicate with whoever you need, long distance.
Okay, makes sense. Okay, and then I got the enhancivity suite, which actually does let me hack things faster.
Yes,
I can hack without having to have a rig.
Correct.
I thought an OmniNet counted as a rig, but it's probably.
You know, technically, there's no item for a rig, so that's something we just kind of gotta yada yada. Which is,
fair enough.
Speaking of our handy dandy other boy, do you have anything that would be appropriate for hacking?
I mean, besides. Oh wait. Who are you talking to?
You say.
I don't think I have anything for hacking.
Okay, so you're gonna have to wait around with me, so I can print you one out. So, using my handheld printer on my entire turn, I'm going to stand still and spend it making you a small hacking rig, which is basically just a short-term computer terminal computer that will allow you to jump into something. The downside of it, because it is quick printed, It is a one-time use, so don't break it, is what Hex says. So that's my turn. Who's next? I elect Frozen. Frozen, what are you doing since you're not going to be becoming invisible and whatnot? Or are you? Dun dun dun.
Well, no, I didn't get a stealth suit. I got camel cloth instead.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. So you go to a spot
Um,
and throw your blanket on top of you and hope they don't see you. Though,
yeah.
as a side note, that will be effective against the drones. Oh, sorry.
That,
Speaking of drones, I have to move one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, who's next? So sorry, I already elected who's next. What are you doing?
so I think I missed something,
Mm-hmm.
which is entirely possible because I had my kid texting me. Um, what was the plan?
So they are going to go invisible and head to the one of the two data centers, clear it out of information, and then go to the other one and clear it out of information, while the two of us do the sneaking and scoping and make sure no one's going to catch them kind of thing. As a side note, with your invisibility cloak, if you were to go with them, you could literally cover the person who is hacking, which, like I said before, really is important because he has the data plating, which means he doesn't necessarily have to touch the console, which means he doesn't have to lose his invisibility. And because he's going to jack in and all that fun stuff. So our handy dandy super Omni Hook operator doesn't really need any assistance. The other one though, who if they split up and go to the other console, will probably want a little bit of backup.
Okay. Um, and you're going a different direction to do some scoping, right?
I literally made the little hacky chippy thing for you guys, and I'm stuck where I'm at this round because I used all my actions to do that,
Okay.
and then handed it off to hacker number 2.
So I will go with them,
Mm-hmm.
but I have a smart scope and I can link it to, it can project data to any networked user.
Okay, and you have data plating, so you can connect to us all wirelessly.
Yes. So what I was thinking was I can take my smart scope
Mm-hmm.
and oh no, it would automatically link with all of you guys to the data plating, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yep.
Never
Yes,
mind then.
the restriction on the data plating is you can send it to any of your allies, but they cannot send you stuff back without their own data plating.
Yes.
Which everyone except for Spectre has data plating. So
Okay.
Spectre,
Well,
ironically, is in the dark.
then I will roll with Spectre
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I can cover him with the camel cloth if we need it.
Okay, so I'm going to have you move first then. So you're here. You want to move squares. Where are you heading? Because that'll basically determine where he heads.
Um, and the data centers are the two large white.
Two
Okay.
large white things. Yep. I think those are good objective markers. What do you guys think?
Uh,
Or at least easy to see.
which direction is that drone that's pretty much right in front of us
This one
facing?
or this
Nope,
one.
that one.
So it's a drone. It's got 360 view, but basically it's got to fly into your square.
Oh, okay.
Um, but you saw this one's pattern was 2 forward, 1 to the side, 2 forward. So keep that in mind. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Anyway,
Okay.
your movement's first, and you can use your action to cover yourself in the cloak.
Yes. So I'm gonna move straight forward, and
Okay.
I'm gonna try to angle towards the. From my perspective, it's the right side data center, other side.
Okay. So, as I said before, you're on the secondary level. So, are you going to hop
Oh,
straight
oh,
down?
oh, oh. Sorry, I missed that. I was.
You're good. So, you have a choice here. You could do it stealthily, and run this way, or you could take a chance by jumping down and going from there. It will make a little noise, but you have something to make yourself invisible, so probably won't draw a lot of attention. You guys all having invisibility basically makes this scenario super super easy. So don't overthink it.
Oh, it was gonna be stealth. We equipped ourselves accordingly.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and drop down and cover myself with the camel cloth right there at the bottom.
You do so. I was gonna add a marker to show that you're invisible, but I don't think I need to. Okay. So jumping over to our handy dandy iron.
Yeah.
Waylon, you're way over here. You got the farthest distance to go. Again, technically, you're actually behind people. I was just sending your mech over there so it didn't fall off the screen. But where would you like to head? You are completely invisible with your suit already, so no extra actions to activate it after the first one, because I assume you're going to take your first action to boop it on and then do your movement.
Yeah, it's a quick action. So I was gonna put it on and then start.
Okay.
And
So,
remind me again, where are the data things?
big white things.
Big white things? Okay. So you see the auditorium, right?
Okay.
I'm assuming that's an auditorium.
It's something
Is
like
that wall that separates us from the auditorium, like that part of
Yes.
the circle, is how
That's right.
tall is that?
So best. So this is like a focusing tower. Um, for observation purposes and whatnot. Basically, this is the big star map for the base. It's not on
Okay,
the
so
other.
it's not like there's a window or it's like a short wall.
No, it's a legitimate wall.
It is a hard wall. Okay,
Yes.
gotcha.
Yep.
And we're on the second floor, or are we on?
Yes,
The
you are on the second floor again. I've just moved your character over so you can fit on the screen, but he's right there or whatever.
Okay. So we get one full action, or do we get a quick action as?
You get one full action, which includes your movement. So you get to move and do something every round. Or
Okay.
you can do a full action like I did and, print a thing out.
Okay.
So, like, using the thermite charges would be a quick action. But
Okay.
having to print out a whole ass thing took my movement speed too.
Okay. I was going to activate the thing and then see if I could use the other quick action to slowly, like, lower myself a little bit of the way off of the thing and then start moving.
Okay, so you're gonna just kind of whoop down, land.
Yep.
Okay, that's a whole
And
one
then I'm
square.
going to
I'm listening.
start moving forward. Yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll put you right about here. Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
I can deal with that.
Jumping over to Spectre. Whee. Where would you like to go?
I'm gonna follow in behind Frozen.
Okay, so you're gonna go 1, 2, 3 to drop. Are you gonna use your quick action to become invisible, so you don't have to worry about burning an action every time to throw a cloak on your shoulder?
Yes.
Okay. So it only takes you 3 movement to get down at the lower level behind Spectre. Behind Frozen. You still have 3 more movement if you would like to take it. Actually, before you move, I totally forgot. I need to move 2 of these drones around. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2,
You want to know what they're doing?
and then once you finish moving, I will move the last person, which will be this one. No, wait, I just moved him. This one. No, he moved first. You missing somebody? Did I move someone extra? Have I moved him yet? Anyway, your turn, or finish your turn, I should say. You have 3 movement left.
But yeah, I'll move forward 3.
1, 2, 3. Wow, you were real close to that drone. You're playing games with everyone's hearts right now.
Okay, maybe move 2 and 1 to the opposite side of the drone.
That way.
Yeah.
Still playing games, but all right. That you moved. Now the drone gets to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next. Top of the order. Back to me. Well, since I'm on the second floor, doing nothing special. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I interact with an individual. I just shoot shit and try to be calm. I'm going to use my handy dandy skill as my action here to see if I can do so without being, whatever. So I'm going to act unseen or unheard. So I'm going to just kind of nose my way past this guy, hopefully. That's a total of 10, which is a success, barely. Right? It's 10 or above.
I hope.
Okay. Next. Oh, I gotta move the first drone. Where are you, drone? You were this one, right? No, it was this one. There it is. All right, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, next player character, which I believe was Frozen, or was it Waylon? I think it was Frozen. Frozen, you're up. I'm telling you, it's your turn.
All right.
These drones are right in front of y'all. Be afraid.
So Spectre started moving towards the our right, your left.
Yep, he's going
Am
over
I
to this
tracking
one.
that?
Yep.
Okay.
You need to keep out of the drone's point of view.
Now, as a side note, you can also sprint, but you as a character will know that if you sprint, you won't be able to, cover yourself in your cloakity cloak.
Yes. I'm also assuming that if I want it to keep up with my movement, I need to move sort of slow.
Yeah, you will get your speed of 6 still, but you can do so
Okay.
quote unquote carefully.
Okay. Then I will move my 6. I'm gonna thread the needle between those two drones, the one that's on the upper level and the one that's underneath.
Okay, so you're gonna go on the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You sure you want to go there?
Yeah, because that drone by your finger has moved already, right?
Nope. The only one that's moved so far is this one.
Ah.
Right? No, it was this one. Sorry. He was here. Yeah. My
Crap.
brain's dead, y'all. I'm
Which
sorry.
direction is that drone facing? It's right next to your finger.
Haha! That's the fun. It's random every round.
Oof.
Yeah.
I'll take the chance.
Okay.
No guts, no glory.
No guts, no glory, no good anime. All right, you're there. You are throwing on your. I'm going to assume you're going to use your action to keep your invisibility cloak on top of you.
Yes.
All right, you do so. You toss it over the top. You garner some attention from the people that are working, but they're not really paying attention at this point. Though, in the back of your head, you feel a clock as if it is tipping. Hey, what up, Derek? Appreciate the support. Love you too. Yeah, you got people commenting on the Twitch. I don't know if he's still there, but he commented. That's all that matters to me. So you moved. It's now the enemy's turn, which is this bad boy right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Zips past you. Good job on moving. Next.
I think it was Waylon next.
Waylon.
I already gone. Oh no, wait, I forgot.
Not this round.
New round.
So, as a side note, you can use your quick action or extra action to boost and sprint. And since you are invisible hard suit, you don't have to do an action at your end of the turn to keep it visible. You just had to turn it on originally. I will say the advantage of the stealth cloak is it's a little more situational. So if you need to cover other things with it, you can. Whereas you guys, whatever you touch, doesn't turn invisible.
Right.
So there is an advantage to having the cloak. We got 2 viewers. Hello.
I was wondering if are those things like bleachers or like stands?
They're actually more like focusing lens stuff.
Okay.
Basically, they can shut this or open it as necessary to get whatever kind of picture they're trying to get. And you guys will notice they're relatively open right now. So the images being gathered by this thing are very, very broad.
Hey.
As if it's collecting as much information as possible.
So we got still a movement of 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see where that pole is? Like yeah, that one.
Okay.
No, the one you were looking at for originally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one. Would that one take up that space, or could I just like?
You can nudge by that.
Okay. So, because my original idea was going to try to be like hide myself, like crouch right next to the pole where the drones would be like not going for. Cause you said they're hovering, right?
Yep.
So the idea was to like crouch down by that pole so they wouldn't get close to it because they're just like, well, we gotta give the pole wide berth or we'll run into it.
That's not a terrible idea.
So how can I make it there?
So let's see. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So
on
I'm
there.
going to do that, and I guess would I take a thing to hide, or would I be like?
You are invisible, sir.
I know this is true, but I'm also just gonna crouch just so it's like, if they go over me, they'll go over like my head, even though they won't really come all too close to the pole, because otherwise they will hit the pole.
You can do so. No action or anything. You're just crouched.
Okay,
Chilling.
so I'm gonna crouch to just make sure that if it gets close, it's not gonna smack my head.
Okay. I will keep that in mind when I make them discover your character to be spiteful. Just kidding. Okay, jumping over these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, last but not least, on to you, the Fallen Guardian.
Well, okay, so Owen,
You're right here.
yeah, best bet would be to either follow behind Frozen exactly, or put the needle between the drone and the other guy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Could put you right there if you wanted to be.
One moment. Yeah. You can put me where?
Right
There?
in your fingers, yep. Right next to a bad guy.
I'd say go one for that.
Right here.
Because going right there, that's kind of a bit dangerous.
Everywhere you go is a bit dangerous.
True. Yeah, go one before that and then crouch.
You're crouching. There is technically a space in between you guys, but your bases are covering it up. Okay. So, as you guys are doing that, you hear someone give a salute on the far corner as something comes into the back corner. You guys will instantaneously recognize a high value target. One of the previously tagged pirate captains or commanders or whatever you want to call them, basically one of the lower lieutenants, has entered the area.
Oh joy.
You have standing kill orders to get rid of them. But, on a side note, your mission currently is to remain undetected. So that's everyone's turn, right?
I believe
Yes.
so, yeah.
Okay. These drones patterns suck so far. They're getting real close, but not close enough. Jumping back to me again. I already rolled to get past this guy, but at the end of our last turn, this little thing changes positions. Not that it matters too much, because it's just going to doing flyovers. But you know, every 2 turns, it's going to change where it drops mechs if you guys goose up. So, I'm just going to slip by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm right there. Well, excuse me. Delicious. Next, that's all. Oh, actually, you know what? I didn't do anything crazy this round. I didn't have to interact with anyone. So I'm going to do secondary movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll see me pop up right in front of you guys. Next.
I can make it almost all the way up to that data center, can't I?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll get you somewhere on this row of things. Again, I can kind of move you around and through people. But basically, you can go anywhere in these 4 squares at max normal speed, and then recloak.
And it's kind of hard for me to see, but is there a dude standing right there
There
by the data center?
is! Yeah, sorry, he's really dark. Here, let me trade him out with a different colored thing so you guys can see him better. Is that better?
Okay. And
There be a dude. He's guarding the door.
guarding the door, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So my movement would get me right up next to him?
You could, yes.
All right. Let's do that.
All right, you are
Kinda scared now.
He just ran up, was there, and then
then
poof, invisible.
Well, right in front of him would kind of be stupid to use the camel cloth.
I mean, maybe. That or you have to do something else with him before he goes, intruder, or who are you, or anything along those lines.
Yes, which is why I want to use take someone out.
Okay, you're going to take somebody out. Roll it. I would also like to use my bond bonus to help you with that.
Ooh, and what's your bond bonus?
Inspiration. And when an ally you can see or hear while you are making a skill check, you encourage them to give them a +1 accuracy or increased effect. So would you like +1 accuracy or increased effect? And that'll determine the difference of what I do. So an increased effect, right, is you make your roll, and depending on how good or bad you roll, there will be, you knock him out at one time, you tackle him quietly, you fail terribly, so on and so forth. And basically, if you take the increased effect, the worst thing that could happen to you is you're exposed. Instead of, he knocks your ass out.
Okay.
The +1 accuracy obviously gives you that +1d6 to your roll, allowing you to do the thing that you're trying to do even better.
I will take the increased
Effect?
yes, thank you.
Okay, so as you run up to him, I can kind of see you skirting by with your handy dandy thing, and I say, "Hey, hey, hey!" And the dude looks at me, so you can make your attack uninterrupted because he does not see the giant floating mesh monster coming at him at full speed. Roll it.
15.
15 total.
No, +2 from the take someone out makes it 17.
17. Good roll. So it's not a critical success, so you don't instantaneously knock him out. But I will allow you to soup one more forward, and you have him quiet. He's basically getting strangled. You will have to use your action to finish him off next round.
Yes.
Or you could just stab him with a dagger, but I assume you're doing non-lethal.
Yeah, well, I didn't bring a dagger.
Ah, well.
Brain damage. Smack his head into the wall.
I mean, he could do that, but since he doesn't have a melee weapon equipped, he doesn't necessarily have an option to quick murder somebody. What are your weapons on your character, just out of curiosity?
I swapped out for another medium signature weapon. Instead of having the heavy rifle.
Uh-huh.
So I have an assault rifle and a shotgun.
Assault rifle and a shotgun. Interesting, okay.
Okay, so you're an army ranger with extra steps.
Hey, whatever the COD calls for, right?
Pretty much.
Yo, Vivid Blue, which is my mech, has 2 armor, which is wild. I say F your reliable damage machine guns. So, cool beans. He is being dispo. Oh wait, timeout. Sorry. You got picked the increased effect, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So with the 17, sorry, my bad. With the 17, you knock him straight out with the increased effect. So you would have just tackled him and taken him out, but right now he's donezo. You just he's done. Good job. No more guard. He's not dead. You just knocked him out in one solid punch, swing, grapple. He was quickly dispatched. Next! After I move some drones, because I totally forgot about those guys. Alright, first drone is going in. 1, 2,
I swear, I
3.
heard finish some drugs. Not drones.
I swear that's not what I said. And the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Next.
Wailing.
Waylon, you're on a pole, baby. Making your daddy proud.
Hey, listen, it worked.
Where's the single credit sticks?
Single credit sticks. brings a new.
Listen, I gotta somehow get my way through college, and this is the best way.
It just brings a new meaning to stick your stick in my hole.
Whoa.
You gonna finish that sentence?
No, that's it. The credit sticks. We're talking about credit sticks.
Aha!
Whoa,
Right.
what?
Right.
All right. Well, now we know a little bit more about what our glorious GM is into.
Getting paid.
Oh man, that's a mood.
So, what do you want to do, Waylon? He says, I sigh loudly, contemplate the life.
So you
What
see
is
that,
life?
You
Sorry.
see that spot in between the focusing panels?
Right
To
there?
the right of me. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Would I be able to fit there?
Yeah. It would only be 5 again.
I am okay with that, so I'm going to fit in that spot and once again just basically crouch and flatten myself as close to the wall as possible.
You sure you don't want to
try-
just take a double move and get to this much bigger, much more comfortable open spot?
I mean, I thought you said if I double moved, we would lose our invisibility.
No. The cloaked
Oh,
person
okay.
that has the cloak cloth has to not lose his invisibility. Because right now, currently, he is not invisible because he's grappling the guard.
Choking someone out.
Yeah. But no, you guys in your stealth suits, unless you take damage or hit something or like interact with something that would be like again messing with a computer or something like that. That is basically as long
Okay,
as
in
you
that
don't
case, then
touch.
yeah, I'm down with moving.
Okay. Again, I'll just move you into the spot. So you are crouched, hidden, think you're super sneaky. As you get closer, you also notice there is someone currently using the data center, and there are 1, 2, 3 other individuals nearby.
Would I be able to overhear this dude?
Yes, yeah, he's very close. So yes.
Okay. If I can overhear it, then I'm going to like uh use my, what do you call it? I'm gonna use my like mind jack thing
Mhm.
along with the data plating to silently like relay what I'm hearing.
Okay.
If it's particularly important, I'm going to ally it over to other people, obviously.
Okay, give me a 1d6 roll really quick. Let's see how important their conversation is.
1d6 roll, huh? Okay.
Yes,
Let's
please.
see.
12.
That is a 5.
A 5. Oh, yeah, it's relatively important. It seems like they are in the middle of transferring some materials data and location data and so on and so forth. So they're talking about where they're transferring the next supply shipment, when it's taking off, how long it'll take to repair the ship itself. So go ahead and give me another roll. Go ahead and do a d20. And this is for passively
Gathering
picking.
information?
Yep.
All right, perfect.
Is that a trigger
Let's
for
see
you?
here.
Trigger me up, boys.
I will if this thing would. Okay, there we go.
If this thing would ever load.
Yep. The only thing I would have is read a situation. If I could listen for like subtext or something
Sure.
like that.
I'll give you that one. This one will apply to read a situation.
All right. And then I'm going to roll and let's see. That is. So what do I have? I have read situation +2. So that is a 18.
An 18. Really good. Yeah, no, that's great. Great job. So it's not quite a critical, so you don't gain every bit of information that you could possibly want, but you do have now, and since you have all the extra fun stuff, and you already said that you're transmitting it, you guys have a pretty good understanding of when the ship will be ready to take off, which is one of the key pieces of information that you guys need for this mission. So the name of the ship is going to be the Yellow Starseed. That's a name. Someone write that down. The Yellow Starseed.
Hello, Starseed.
Yep. And the Starseed, as it is affectionately called by its crew, will be ready to go in the next 36 hours. It is combat ready now, but its engines are currently mute due to some extended damage from the combat. So it is literally stuck here until it fixes its engines. But it is not defenseless.
But we can't attack it from behind to take out the defenses, or just take it out entirely.
So, as a reminder for destroyers and things, they have a whole bunch of rockets and weapons that have 360 firing range. So it is just as dangerous to approach from the back as it is the front. The advantage of attacking a ship from the back is you can shoot at its engines and disable it, kind of thing. And or hit something explosive and important because, reactors and whatnot are in the ass end of the ship. You shoot the
Yep,
front
but
end
at
of
the
the
moment,
ship.
I am sending the live thing to the ship.
You do so. All right, that's your turn. I'm gonna move a robot. First, I got to roll to see which direction that robot goes. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You guys didn't think I could go diagonal, did you? Surprise! All right. They're slowly chasing you guys around the corner. I feel like it's like there's one guy, no nothing, just a whole bunch of people, and then there's you guys with not a lot of people, but a whole bunch of drones on your butt. Next. our handy dandy Spectre. Spectre, you have an enemy directly in front of you, but he cannot see you. But he might be able to see both of your allies. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go and I can take out that guy. Thing is, there's other people close by that could see it as well.
Correct. You would lose your invisibility unless you were to like move and drag him to an area that people cannot see him. You do still have your movement though, so that is a possibility if you do knock him out successfully. But getting in a tussle does not necessarily guarantee a knockout.
Yeah, I need to get something good to knock him out one at a time.
Yeah. What's your personal weapons that you have on you?
Absolutely. Well, I've got a katana and I've got an assault rifle.
So you
Basically.
you could murder him instantaneously, which could still fall under the take somebody out category. But
Yeah, but if we kill anyone, we don't get the rewards.
correct. But it is an instant silence. Otherwise, you have to hope and pray that you roll above a 20 and get a critical. But you could always have a friend distract him like I did before, using my inspiration to give you an upgrade. Because I do get 2 of those per session.
That is definitely. I'm going to go with take some. Got a +4 in that.
Okay. So would you like me to inspire you, or are you just gonna roll the dice?
I think I'm just gonna roll the dice.
Okay. All right. Roll the dice. D20 plus 4.
Okay.
Excuse me.
19 without the +4.
So without the plus 4, you did really good. With the plus 4, that's over a critical. So you, like your friend, knock this guy out. Now he is kind of out in the open, unlike the guard. Do you want to use your action to like drag him off into the corner here?
I'd say I drag him off into the.
You do so. So you get to right about there because he's like right about there. But I'm going to pull him off the map anyway. And you have disguised the body into nothingness, or not really. He's just kind of out of the way. And that's your turn. So we're starting on the next round after I move this drone, which I need to. Ooh, 6. All right. 1, 2. So that's wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Zoop. It's heading over that way. And since this is the end of the 4th round? Or is that or 3rd round?
3rd or 4th.
I think it was 3rd
I
round.
believe it's the 3rd round.
Okay, right. 3rd round. So people get to move. So I'm going to move the people around. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, again, the reason you guys are moving 6 comparatively to these guys who are only moving 2 is they are casually moving around, whereas you guys are stealthily trying to move quickly. 2, 2, 2. And he's not going to move because he is currently using the data center. So, top of the order. And the next round we move the big thing, and then I move those. Blah, 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 blah. I think I moved all the... Oh, I did move this one, sorry. Yeah. It's down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. There you go. Starting with me, I don't really have anything special I need to do. So instead, I'm just going to kind of dawdle over here and only move 3 squares. And then I'm going to play Lookout, but in the meantime, I'm going to do the Act Unseen skill. So I get a +4 in that or 2 in that? I just did that not that long ago, but I forgot already. Sorry. Give me a second. 2. All right. So +2. Man, I am scooting by with these 10s total. Another 8 there. Alright, so I'm not invisible, but they don't see me. Just kind of whatever. So if someone comes up, they're going to catch my butt. But, whatever. Next. I have to move a drone, don't I? Never mind. Roll that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next. Jumping over to Frozen. Frozen.
It would be me, I think, but I don't think I really need to move.
You do not necessarily need to move, but this might be an appropriate time to move the body. That, or you just kind of like hold your thing up in the doorway to make everything invisible where you're standing at, including the knocked out body?
Nope, you have a good point. So I might tuck the body around the corner inside the room with me.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and then you'll go back basically to recover the door, and then you want to
Yep.
cloak yourself up.
Yes.
Okay, you are cloaked. Jumping over to Waylon. Waylon, you are surrounded by enemies, though they do not seem to be paying attention to you. The man is still using the data center, but that should not prelude you from also using the data center because you have hacky cool abilities. You still have to be next to it, mind you. You just don't necessarily have to touch it and break your invisibility. And
That's
also,
true.
there is also someone on it, so he's going to be like, what the heck is going wrong with the computer? WTF. Hello, new viewers. There's 3 of them. Feel free to say hi.
Oh, there's 3 now.
I know. It's great.
Last time I checked, there was 2.
I know. We're slowly gaining the friends.
I think one of them is me, though.
What? That's okay. No one will know unless they watch the video.
Just editor, cut that out. Cut that last part out.
Yeah, right.
Do you have an editor?
I do
I
have
thought
an
you
editor.
did.
I do have an editor, but I do not use it unless someone is like explicitly inappropriate. You know what I mean? Like if we got a naked child running in the background or something, I edit that kind of stuff out.
This is fair.
Or if someone went
Yes.
on some kind of crazy tirade that was highly inappropriate, I would edit that out.
Yeah, makes sense.
That person was me, I'd smack me.
Hey, whatever. Can't smack you through the phone.
The issue is if I go over an interface with that, I wouldn't lose it. But didn't you say we had to destroy these?
Nope. You're just gathering information. You guys are quiet as mouses on this. This is a super sneaky.
All right, I
mission.
could go over and use that, and then would I be able to move back? Because it's not very far
No.
away.
It is. Well, it's going to take some time to gather the data, depending on how you roll.
That's fair, but I do have a hacker thing, so I get to do it a little easier.
A little bit easier. Yes.
Roll a d20. Or roll nat
You know what?
20.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there and interface with it. And
Okay, so
see
you
how this
literally only have to move 2 squares to get in range.
Yep. I'm going to be very careful to not brush up against this guy at all.
Okay. I will roll a d6 and see how successful you are for that in the background. Ooh. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Look,
Don't trust that.
Just let the DM make noises. They don't mean anything.
Rolling. Let's roll this d20 and see how well I do.
Yep, and this will be hacker fix is the best trigger.
Oh,
for
hacker
this.
fix. Perfect. I do have some hacker fix. Let's
Awesome,
roll
sir.
this.
Roll the dice.
What did I roll? Heck yeah! I rolled 19 plus 4, so a 23.
Perfect. So, not only are you super fast gathering the information you guys need, you gather a secondary major piece of information. Now, what secondary piece of information were you trying to gather? Do you remember? There was what, 4 objectives that you guys needed while you were here?
Yeah. So we got the big piece of information was the
When the ship is leaving, and you
when
got
the
that
ship will
from
be
just
ready.
leaving / talking. You got the ship's name, which is a minor piece of information. You also got a minor piece of information where one of the high value targets is. Do you remember what else you need? Did I tell you? It's a real question.
Probably
I do
not.
not.
I feel like
I do
sometimes
not.
I forget to tell you your guys' stuff. Anyway, the 4 pieces of information. Let me just back up. Obviously, you got one of them when the ship is leaving. You also need to know where the strongest positions of the enemies are on the planet. Any major news for the planet to see if the rebellion is being held there super strong, or if they're just kind of recruiting, or what's going on planet side. Basically, so the Crooked Smile can be like, all right, we got to bomb them from space before we land.
So
Or
where to leave, where
whatever.
strong,
uh,
where's strongest on planet?
yep, more or less, or the position of the planet. You know what I mean? We know everyone in space is basically an enemy, but is that the same for the planet? And then the location of the Baron Sun.
Oh yeah.
I only have 3, so I definitely missed. So it was when we leave. Where's the strongest location on the planet?
Mhm.
And where's the barren sun? What was the other one?
The strongest the people attitude / how good their recruiting's going, that those kind of information. Like basically, they want to know how strong their replacement force is. Because if we kick everyone's ass in space and that was all the pirates, then going to the planet side is going to be easy peasy. But if we have to take out all the pirates and then there's a whole other army on the planet, going in guns blazing, one destroyer versus a planet is a poor choice.
That's true.
Call in
Okay.
backup.
A
Go solo the
possibility.
first time around.
It's a possibility, but
What
it's not going
should
to
I
be
do?
it's not going to be there right away.
Fleet. The Baron's
Trying
son
to
and then
think
follow
like
the planet.
I'm trying to
Go.
think of like where the best would be, because if it's Whale, then he's thinking in terms of like tactics.
Mhm.
One idea is we get a lot of support from getting the Baron's son back.
Well, you
Obviously,
guys
'cause-
will know that retrieving the Baron's son will guarantee that you guys can leave whenever it's appropriate, right? If you don't get the Baron's son, you guys cannot take off without taking out all the enemies. If you do get the Baron's son, you can take off before all the enemies are defeated and come back when necessary. But your ship's true priority is to retrieve the Baron's son, in one way or the other.
okay, if that's the true priority, then I'm gonna go with where's the Baron's son.
Okay, you pick up the Baron's son's location. He is being held in the capital city of Bicycle, spelled bicycle.
The bicycle.
Bicycle, spelled bicycle.
Now I'm gonna call bicycles bicycles.
Bicycle.
I already do that. I tried to spell it a little weird,
Sure,
just to make it distinct.
that's fine. Put like some
But
It's French.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Add
and
some
I'm
random
going
extra
to
letters.
like once I do this, I'm going to try to dart back where I was.
Okay. So I will give you the option to stand here because as long as you are connected, you can gather more information on another roll. But once you disconnect, this terminal is going to be locked out for you because you've hacked into it.
Oh. Hmm.
No guts, no glory.
Well, there is that, but if we get discovered and this dude is right next to me.
This is true, and I have also rolled the possible accidental touchy touch. And you don't know if that's happened or not. If you move, that definitely won't happen. But if you stay there, it might also not happen, depending on what I rolled.
Oh, but
Risk versus reward.
it is risk versus reward.
And as a reminder,
Also,
if you guys gather all the 4 points of data, you then have the option to move on to the ship itself or escape.
hmm.
And on the ship, there will be possibilities for sabotage and further slowing this other ship down, making later missions easier. But if you're discovered, that possibility goes away.
Yeah. Ah. So I am honestly leaning towards we have gotten this. The issue then becomes, would you guys be able to get the other 2 pieces of information?
You are, in comparison at the moment, the super hacker, because Hex over there is not invisible. He has given his hacking device that he made to his friend and whatnot. Spectre, what is your plus to hacker fix? Because you also took that one, right?
It's 4.
Okay, so never mind. Spectre is as good as Hex is at hacking and fixing, so we're covered there.
We're just missing 2 pieces of information.
Correct.
And I don't know if we could get it from just one.
You are also correct in that assumption that the data that you guys need isn't necessarily all in the same place. But, like I said, once you disconnect, this terminal will shut down and you will lose all possible information that is at it.
What are you guys thinking?
I believe Frozen has said no guts, no glory like 8 times now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel
I'd say keep connected until we're certain that we have everything we need.
Yeah, but if we get discovered, there goes all our other opportunities.
But also,
now
or
I will clarify with that. You guys will still need to gather the other information, so you will still need to hack regardless to get those 4 pieces of information. That also doesn't apply that you could possibly get more information than what you were expecting. And it will come back as reserves later on. Kind of like getting onto the ship and blowing stuff up later will come back as reserves.
at the same time, if the character's uncomfortable with staying there, if it's too much, it is a big risk. Better to get behind or above, still staying
Yeah,
close.
that's the thing. It's just if I can't do it, I'm hacked out. I'm out of this. I could potentially still get information from this guy, or would it just lock this terminal down completely?
So it will lock the terminal down as the side effect of the security system feeling it's being hacked. Slash the after effects of you unplugging and replugging, it basically restarts the system, which will lock it out. Is the easiest way to describe it.
It is literally like a 50-50 chance.
Flip a coin.
All right, yeah. Where's the coin?
Flip it. Do you want me to flip or you?
All right. I'll get it. Heads, I stay. Tails, no.
Okay.
That is heads. All right, I'm staying.
Ooh. Even the coin said no balls, no glory. All right, so you're sticking there.
Right.
You're ending your turn because that's all you can do anyway. Jumping over to our last man on the list, handy dandy other hacker. You have the movement to get to the data center without any issue because there's no guard in the way. Thank you, Frozen. And
That's what I'll do.
And Frozen is covering you with his blanket. Not necessarily straight up, but he's literally like holding it up in the air, covering the both of you. You aren't covered from the inside angle, but from what you can see, you guys are the only ones in the room.
From what I can see.
Correct.
That makes me think that there's someone in the room.
It's a pretty open room. Unless they're invisible, that kind of thing. Or unless the DM wants to be evil, which I will not dissuade myself from being.
Someone's in there.
Regardless, you're at the terminal. There's your movement. Your action is to hack and do all that fun stuff. So
that's what I'm going to do.
You have a device, and as a reminder, it's a one-use device. So again, as soon as you pull out of the terminal, you will not be able to do this again without having a handy-dandy buddy to build you another one. But like the other terminal, once you pull out, it will lock down.
Okay.
Also, did I move these silly things yet? Not yet. Let's move this one.
All right. Roll d20.
Yeah, D20. And then Hacker Fix is the skill you're going to want to use.
Okay, then. 20 plus 4.
Say what?
Did you just say a 20 plus 4?
Yes, because I've got a plus 4 in Hacker Fix.
All right. Well, that's a natural 20, baby. And if we were playing Dungeons and Dragons, you could be getting all the stuff. Unfortunately, in this system, criticals aren't as cool. Do you have brutal?
Well, that's because they're a bit more easy to get.
This is true. Well, and it's a quote unquote critical if you go above 20. So.
Mm-hmm.
So with a natural 20, you are able to gain one piece of information, and you will get a special event after the you tell me what you want for information.
What are the things we have left?
So you guys need the population,
political affiliation of populace,
there you go.
and strength of forces. Or
I'd say it might be better to know the political affiliation.
Okay, so you picked the political affiliation for this one and got a critical with it. So Not only have you gotten that the population is about a 90-10 split, 90% of them being for this revolution and 10% against it,
Oh no.
uh, but you are also given the information of all the people that are quote unquote against it, that have served some kind of rebellion-esque faction against a rebellion. You can call them loyalists or whatever you want to call them. And you have their last known location as tagged by the pirates because they are basically hiding out, trying not to get murked by the other 90%. I shouldn't say the other 90%, but like the important ones are trying not to get murked.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna save those guys, then nuke the planet. Got it.
That's what I got.
Okay then.
Okay.
So
then.
next person or whatever's going on.
I believe that to be the end of the round, which means I got one more drone to move. He's going in direction 3, which is this bad boy over here. He's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's over here. It is the end of round 4, so this thing gets a new position. I'm going to put him right over the scope here. If he drops it on the scope, that's going to be bad news, so don't get caught now. And then it's back to me. So again, I'm really just playing watch out here. I'm going to change positions though, to see if I can get a vantage point on our big bad, because I see him, but I know we're not supposed to murder people. But if things go bad, I'm taking care of him first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will get me here, and I'm just gonna act unseen again. Hopefully, I get a 10. Oh jeez, I'm gonna roll on
23.
Let's see. What's that roll, boys? I can't read.
I don't know. Your camera's not focusing properly.
It's not. It's a 13 plus 2, so total of 15. I'm fine. I'm like, I can't. I was looking on my screen to be fancy. I wouldn't focus. Goddamn cameras. One of these days, I'll get really good ones. So with a 15, Hex is over there just na 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 doing the Shrek song, or sorry, not Shrek. Kronk theme song.
No.
Yeah.
You're completely no.
Yes, exactly. You know, for the title of this arc being "It Only Gets Worse from Here," or "It Only Gets Worse," we've been doing pretty good so far. Besides,
I think it's talking about the enemies.
maybe, who knows? That's on you guys. There's a lot of possible bad things that can still occur in short order.
I was going to say, let's not tempt fate, guys.
You guys have been doing really good though. Honestly, I expected you guys to be in much worse positions by this session.
So I don't
Still have 20 minutes to go.
So you can just stand there and be chill. If you want, because again, you're holding your cloak up. If you don't move, you don't have to reactivate your cloak. So you can take some kind of other action that you find appropriate, or you can just stand here, relax.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
All right, you stand there and relax. Jumping over to Waylon. Waylon, you're still connected. Also, last turn, you did notice that you might have accidentally bumped your friend a little bit. So he's kind of looking around left and right. Also, his screen is flashing, so he was slightly distracted by that as well. So, are you going to re-hack in or run away?
I'm gonna re-hack in. I gotta do this quick.
Roll it.
Roll it. And then after this, I think I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Rolling. Okay, and I have a +4?
Mm-hmm.
So that is what's 17 plus 4? It's not working. Is that
21.
That's a critical, baby.
21.
All right, so you don't get a special super critical and gain any extra information, but you do gain one piece of information this round. What do you want? Tell me.
Which is I'm just gonna say it's the one thing that we actually no, we have everything, don't we?
Nope, you still need one.
No, we still need strength of forces.
Okay, in that case, strength of forces.
And yada yada, you're able to gather that from this console. Congratulations. So you do so, and you get a basic layout map of the planet below you, and what places are strong held, what are weak defenses, all that fun stuff. You will note that the planet area that was scheduled to be taken over by the other squad is a medium defended area. So it's not heavy defense, but it's not light like they were expecting. Basically, all of our intelligence that we gathered from other people doing scouting and whatnot was highly inaccurate. Basically, everything was more defended than we thought it was.
So typical military intelligence.
More or less.
No.
They
Okay.
said they only had 50 cals. No, they got 122 millimeter autocannons, 12 tanks, and a rocket pod.
Well, if you guys remember, you guys flew into a station thinking you were just going to fight mechs, and they had auto turrets and a giant EMP. So whoever's been gathering information for you guys has just been sucking it this entire time.
Or they're part of the enemy.
This is a
I was gonna say,
possibility, but unlikely.
Not to mention the near total destruction of the fleet that came with us.
They're fine. You guys just lost some really good
So-
pilots.
This has been done, and then he's gonna move.
You do so, and the data center is lost. But as you do so, you step away from the man, and he drops something. Like he slams his hand on the table, and something falls out of his pocket. It looks like a small data pad with some information on it. Do you reach for it, or do you go?
He's slipping another coin right now.
That's okay. You can flip a coin. Sometimes fate decided by coins are fun. Speaking of coins, I invested in the Coins of Fate pack from Yarrow Studios with their latest Kickstarter, so I am super excited to get that. I don't know what kind or set I'm gonna get, because everyone's super excited about the dragon set, and I'm over here like I just want like the basic cool set because those were dope. So you will probably see those on camera eventually, at least for D&D stuff.
So where is this guy looking?
He is looking as he drops the thing, and you have this quote unquote chance to grab it and run away. He just slammed his hands onto the computer. This is a momentary reaction and a split second decision: grab it or leave.
Okay, I'm going to grab it, but I'm also going to I'm going to I'm just gonna nab it. I'm gonna roll this dice. Let's see what I do.
Okay, so as you reach to grab it, he instantaneously turns to catch it. It's obviously important to him. And as you go and he goes, he grabs your hand out of the air.
Fuck.
He is now standing next to a man trying to grab his thing. In combat rags, with an Omni pack on his back. You just kind of appeared out of nowhere. That's your turn. So you did not get to move. You're right there. Next.
All right, let's kill everybody. No.
No, he still has an opportunity to take him out.
Or I could convince him that he was doing a job to see how well the security was working.
That is a possibility.
I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. It's just, can I get there?
Okay. I'm going to move these drones ahead of time because none of them can hit you. 5. This one's going to stand still. Okay, so after Waylon, it jumps to our handy dandy final man. Spectre. You have the ability to disengage, and we move on, and we now, as a group, have the ability to escape or push forward onto the ship itself. Though, you will get the instantaneous revelation, because my character has moved up to a vantage point and can see our friend just pop out into uninvisibility. I go, things are going to go back quickly. So, you can take this time to gather extra information about tactical, situational, fun stuff, or you can disengage and run away. Your choice. Obviously, disengaging is free. Staying there to hack is hacking. And or going invisible and then running is going invisible and running. So
Getting out of there might be the best bet, but we also have to make sure we all get out of there.
well, on a plus note, even if you all get captured or died, you have sent all the information out and away thanks to the Omni Hook and all the data plating we have. Because while you were hacking and getting the information, you had a member of your team with data plating literally right next to you that could send the data to the Omni Hook.
Mhm.
So all relevant information has been sent, but that doesn't mean there's not more stuff to gather. So make your decision quickly. Dun, dun,
Do do do.
dun. Something like that.
And
I'm gonna
Jeopardy
get
music starts.
done and do a thing.
Oh,
Luckily, I am proficient in doing this said thing that I'm going to do. Just gotta wait for my turn.
Which will be shortly.
Yep.
Though, no, you're good. You have one more round before the people move. They move every 3 rounds.
What are you doing, Spectre?
huh?
What are you doing, friendo?
Oh, wait, it's my turn now, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm a dumbass. Well, I'm gonna start. I'd say I start to move back, get out of there, out of the area.
Okay, so you disconnect, and you can move 6. Do you go use your action to go invisible?
Yes.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get you about to the edge of the stairs here. Now, with your thing, do you want us to escape, or do you want to head to the ship? Because technically, y'all haven't been discovered yet.
Oh, I definitely want to try to get on the ship.
Okay. Noted. So you could say that again. You have data plating, so you can send messages to all of us without it being loud. So you could have said that while we were hacking and whatnot. If we get out of here, we're taking care of the ship too. So at the end of the round,
You deal with the ship.
okay, things happen. There you are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just flying above stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, top of the order with me. I'm gonna exit stage right and head to the ship area. So my character is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and off. So your goal, Waylon, is way the hell over here. Good luck. You do have invisibility later, though. I mean, if you can pick this guy up. Okay, it's Frozen. Frozen, you can just double move and get out of here.
That's
you
what
would
I'm
like.
gonna do.
Zippity zop, you're off the battlefield. And now jumping over to Waylon. Waylon! You have a man grabbing your hand. What do you do?
He's immediately with his free hand just gonna go up and just like cover the man's mouth, and he's immediately going to say, "You say a single word about me, and you don't walk away from this alive."
Okay.
I am going to threaten this man.
Ooh, making a threaten check. Let's see if it works. Roll it.
Rolling.
I believe in you. Would you like to be
Come
inspired?
on.
I can inspire you if you want.
Oh, sure.
Okay, I'm burning my second inspiration. Do you want an accuracy or an increased effect?
Give me an accuracy.
Okay, so over the data plating, because we can communicate basically telepathically, I say execute him quickly and run, or something along those lines. Not super inspirational, but it's you can do it. Then you can feel it in my tone, even though digital tones aren't really a thing.
Okay.
You have been inspired.
So
Increased effect.
Is that a D6?
No, increased effect.
Oh, it's increased effect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you could take
Okay.
an accuracy. I just slightly didn't.
Well,
for
no,
inspiration.
I literally just rolled. I will not need it.
Good.
I have a +2 to threaten, and I
Mhm.
just rolled an 18. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 and an increased effect, so you get the equivalent of a natural critical.
Woohoo!
So not only does this man go, I didn't see anything. He hands you the tablet and turns back to the computer and pretends to type.
And immediately going to activate quick action, invisibility, and turn around and just start going.
So, using the threaten will not allow you to move. But you can activate your invisibility.
Okay, I will activate my invisibility.
The best choice. You've also gained an important pad, which I will disclose to you what it does once you exit the mission area. So I'm gonna roll some of these drones, and then last but not least, our handy dandy Spectre. Spectre, if you double move, you can leave.
And that's what I'll do.
Okay, Spectre has left the building and is now just on Wayland and the enemies. So I'm gonna move some drones around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it is the enemy.
Basically,
1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Guy's got to go change his shorts.
I wasn't going to say that, but yeah. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, Waylon, you're the only ally left. Oh, also this move, so it's now over the other data center.
the ass out of there.
Right, them needles,
Yeah.
man.
I'm gonna have to sneak.
Okay, you can still double
I'm going
move.
to. You see that pole that is like right there by the big. Nope, other one. Yeah, that one.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do the same thing that I did originally, which is I'm gonna hide basically between the pole and the wall.
Okay, so that is a third of your movement. Again, you can double sneak and move quickly. This is not meant.
Yeah, and then I'm going to try to double sneak and get to the other pole. No, the one that I was at originally on the other side.
Over here, even though
Yes.
your objective to get out is over here.
Oh, I thought it was down at the bottom. My bad.
No, yeah. So this is where we came in at. If you wanted to leave, you could. But we're going over here to go fuck with their ship before we take off.
Okay, then yes, I'm going to go to that pole
Okay,
to hide behind it. Waylon's sneaking around with the poles.
So you can actually, if you had used your double move effectively, you could actually have gotten all the way over here.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Okay. Is that another pole?
It is another pole. Yeah, no, specifically, I got you to the pole.
Okay, hiding behind that pole then. Thank you.
Because honestly, you could probably get to like here. But that's neither here nor there.
That
That's
pole like an 18-year-old freshman.
all right.
Listen, listen. It's worked good so far.
1, 2, 3. It flies over you. 4, 5. Because again, the thing doesn't do much. But because you have your invisibility cloak on, it doesn't actually scan you, and it didn't land on you, so you're good. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That boy's over there. That one stands still, and the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then this is the third turn, but the guys just moved, so restart on them. They have one more, and the drones all move. It's your turn again. Oh, I forgot to pull off the other data pad here. If you use your double movement, there's no enemies in your path, so you should be able to escape. But there is a very important enemy right here. You want to stab him on your way out? Just kidding. Don't do that. You guys are so close to getting a bonus. Waylon,
Yeah,
what do you want?
I didn't hear you. You were very quiet. Sorry.
Oh, do you want to escape? If you use your double move, you can get out of here and finish this section. Or you can go murder this guy. Okay, you did.
Let's go finish the section.
Boom! All right, congratulations, gentlemen. You've completed the sneaky super section of this mission. Good job. That went really well.
Woohoo!
Your prep time with your suits really disallowed for the need for violence. with the exception of 2 instances. So you guys did a really good job. As a bonus, you will all be getting an extra reserve on a mission of your choice. So please add that to your character. For completing the regular goals, you guys don't get any extra reserves for bonus information besides the critical stuff that I gave you. And then you did not murder the lieutenant, so there will not be any weakened areas because you didn't murk him, but you do get the reserves for everybody. So, what's the other thing you guys get for not killing anyone? Nope, that's it. The not murdering everyone gave you guys a free reserve for a future mission. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Now that I pulled off all the coins on the counter, let's go to the next bit and thing. So we're gonna fast travel you guys sneaking through the corridors of this giant ship. Oh no, just give me a second, I'll get there.
Can I request like a 5-minute pee break?
Yes, you can request a 5-minute pre-break. Everyone good with the 5-minute pre-break? Okay, everyone, we're taking a 5-minute pre-break. We'll be back.
All right.
Maybe.
Perhaps. Or maybe we'll just... Or maybe the end of the story will be found out next time.
Yeah, we're sitting at about 3 hours now, so we'll try to play for a little bit longer. Basically, you guys will get past, or at least start this next section, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Boom. There's our next map. Wahaha. I'll be
All
back.
right, well... I'll be back too.
Do I get to be the first to return?
All right, gentlemen, how'd I do on time?
I might be the only one back.
Okay.
Nope, I was first back.
All right, wait, 2 out of 3. One more. Excuse me. Well, while we're waiting, Frozen. You see how snowy it is outside?
Yeah, I'm a little bit terrified. I have to drive to work in the morning.
It's not too bad. I was driving out there today. I don't think it'll be warm enough to melt too much, so it shouldn't be too bad. I mean, besides what it
Okay.
already is.
My boss was saying there were a couple of big wrecks on our way home.
Really? Yeah, dude. We had someone crash out right over by us because we're by the freeway, and they went right through the fence. I mean, the fence stopped them, but that area of the fence is done, and they took out a light pole.
Damn.
Yeah, and there's been a couple random ones on fucking Cushman too. It's like I don't ever see wrecks on Cushman. So, this year's getting beat, Leo.
I'm still super worried because I haven't been able to get my winter tires put on yet.
Ooh. You solve that solution by just having all weather tires. Are you supposed to drive with them in the snow? No, but you can.
Technically, mine are all-weather tires, but my two front tires are bald.
Ah, that would be
Uh,
an issue.
like there are sections where you're beginning to be able to see the steel belt.
That's not good, sir. You need to get new tires. That's dangerous.
Yes, but new tires cost money.
This is true. I totally understand. I definitely
Indeed.
I had to buy two whole sets this year because I got random freaking pops on the same vehicle. I was so mad.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nails in the middle of the road or something stupid. You know what I mean? Just like, and of course, both of them were like just inside the place where you could repair them too, or just like too close to the outer wall. It's like son of a gun.
Interesting fun fact, speaking about burst tires and insurances.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that if you slash 3 out of someone's 4 tires, insurance won't cover the replacement?
I have heard that one before. Though that seems silly because what if someone just slashed one tire? You know what I mean? Will they not replace the one tire of it getting slashed?
No, they will. They will replace 1 or 2 tires, but they won't replace 3.
That's ridiculous. Why?
Alright, I know what to do now.
Yeah, right.
Oh no, you really want to mess with somebody and have it be undetectable? Just put sugar in the gas tank.
Oh boy.
Dirty, all of y'all.
Oh no! What
That's,
does that do again?
that destroys the
Uh,
fuel.
yeah.
Pretty
It
much.
not
Oh,
only
it does.
does it destroy the fuel, it destroys the fuel pump. It destroys the injectors. Like the whole fuel injection system is
Gunked up fried. It
screwed.
needs to be replaced. Yeah, it's terrible. Don't do that unless the person really deserves it. Also, for legal reasons, I am not condoning any of this, nor is Epic Sages.
No, I'm not condoning it either. I just know what to do if someone annoys me enough or the zombie apocalypse comes along.
Gotta get that warlord out of position of power. I feel like zombie
Yeah,
apocalypse, so they'll be dealing with other things.
Yep.
I don't condone that either.
Look, you need to sound a little bit more convincing there, friend. Jeez. Yeah, bring this up
No.
in court later. You said online one time in a video game.
All right, you have an editor.
Yeah, do I need to edit that out?
I'm not afraid of people taking my
So,
words out of context. They do it all the time in real life and try to screw me over, so might as well let people do it online.
all right. I heard Waylon back. Waylon, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's
So-
get her popping.
Really quick before we get started, because I know we want to try to get through it, but do we have time to complete this next scene?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is more of a bonus thing that I coughed up than a guaranteed thing, so it's not going to be super long. As I said, what you guys do in this
Wait.
next bit is very much more of bonuses and reserves and reducing of hidden clocks and things like that. So, you guys, we're going to have to do a section where you snuck onto the ship, but because you grabbed that data pad and successfully didn't set everything off, you basically gained access to the ship with that guy's credentials. That was basically a security tag to get on and off of the ship. So you have free access. You guys are going to be starting in this little room over here. And this is the butt end of the yellow sunseed. Oh, there goes on the mix. And like before, you'll have 6 movement. And there are various systems in the back of the ship. Now, there are other systems in the other parts of the ship, but they are way more well guarded, and blowing them up and messing with things is going to cause major issues, and you will not be able to blend in and out very well. There are the 2 major reactors for the engine themselves. There's all kinds of stuff to goof around and mess with. All these little barrels and things are supplies and canisters. There's a little data room over here. Again, you don't necessarily know this. I'm just explaining for you guys to make life easy. There's a couple of personal quarters in the back that belong to various engineers and important people on the ship. And that's all the important stuff. And then there is a, we'll call it an exit point where you guys can basically jump out of the ship and hope you don't die before you get picked up by your handy dandy compcon. You guys are going to be limited to 6 rounds in here. Basically, you have 6 minutes to goof up the back end of the ship before you get picked up and your dropship comes and picks you off. Or not your dropship necessarily, but your... sorry, I'm trying to think of the appropriate word. Your transport ship that was attached to your dropship. So,
Okay.
6 rounds. That includes movement and escape. So by the end of round 6, you guys need to be in this back row. I mean, you could go later and then you gotta jump into space and hope something catches or grabs you. Or you could always press that handy dandy button and call your mechs in directly on top of / in the ship and then cause havoc with your mechs and then try to run away. But that will be much more complicated to escape. So, who is first? I went first last time, so I'm going to let someone else go this time. And just like the first round before, you're going to elect the person, and that's the first time we go through and elect people, that's the order we're going to stick with. It's like a more complicated.
I think I'm gonna want to try and go last.
Okay.
Just to see how things are going.
Okay, too easy. Who wants to go first?
You didn't. You said there was nobody in here currently.
No,
right?
there are people. I'm just not going to put them on the board because they are busy fixing and doing things, and there's not a lot of security. So even the people that are just fixing and whatnot, as long as you don't overtly shoot them in the face, they aren't going to mess with you too much.
No promises.
Okay.
Now, mind you, once you start messing and blowing things up, that might change, and they might alert security, and then you might have to deal with security before you escape. But as of now, I'm not putting them on the board because they're just kind of letting you guys pass. You guys don't look any different than any of the soldiers that they would see normally. Because again, the enemies are using commandeered Union tech.
That's true.
So,
Which,
Okay,
um,
then.
and again, that is just the soldiers in uniforms and stuff, not necessarily the quote unquote pirates. Anyone who's a official pirate has different gear. But random nameless soldier number 7 looks like a Union guy. So you guys are blending in just fine. Also,
so
2 of you have invisibility things that you can pop on. But as a reminder, when you interact or mess with something, your invisibility will pop off.
so can
Listening, before you move on.
no, I'm trying to get my words ordered straight. With a cursory look,
Mhm.
can we see what systems are actually able to be messed with here?
So currently, you guys are in the walkway path, whatever you want to call it. It's basically a giant tube. You guys can see the doors and the entrance area into the ship. This is a low gravity ship. So because of where you guys are at, you're basically right next to open space. So light and movement is really easy. So you can basically glide where you need to go. So you're not going to have any obstructions as you are traveling besides walls.
Okay. I would like to go first.
But the only thing you can see is what's in front of you. So you see this giant thing and these little computers and bits and bobs over here. All right, you're going first. Da-da-da.
I would like to move further in the room.
Okay, how many squares? Again, you have about a 6 square movement.
You know what? I'll go the full 6 squares and try to aim for like the middle-ish area of the room.
That gets you there.
Oh, perfect.
Now you can double move and go somewhere else if you would like.
Nope. Like I said before, I'm just trying to identify what systems are in this room.
Okay, so do you have the read a situation skill?
You know what? Let me double check.
Excuse me. Or trigger, I should say. It's not necessarily a skill.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can discern what you want. It's just a regular 20 roll. No pluses.
Well, dice gods have been good to me so far tonight, so
All right, make your roll in.
15.
15, you're able to identify 2 major systems. So, because you're in the room, you can view it all. And obviously, the big and easy one are the engine cores. Now, these aren't necessarily the engines themselves, but messing with them will cause a further delay to the engines themselves, and completely destroying them may have some catastrophic effects. Depending on how bad my rolls are on the back end. The other thing you see is this little thing right here, which looks to be a external scavenger or repair robot. So this is something for fixing the outside plates and things like that. Losing one of those would be a major blow to the repair efforts as well, and would be considerably easier to break into and mess with.
Okay. Would a double move get me to a point where I can interact with the reactors directly?
Well, you've already done your action, which was observing the room.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought that was a free. My
Yep.
bad. So that's the end of my turn then.
Yep. Who's next? You get to pick. Waylon wants to go last, so between me and Spectre.
Spectre, you're up.
Spectre, where do you want
Oh
to go?
no.
Again, there's
Okay,
4
so
important rooms next to you. There's the engineering room in front of you, but you can only see what's in front of you. And then you guys know, because you have a slight map, thank you, handy dandy tablet thing, that there's important stuff in this area over here.
I'd basically just start heading over there.
Okay, so this will get you 6. So you're, again, kind of just free floating around here. Would you like to do a double move? And or would you like to turn invisible?
not going to need to turn invisible because we're not dealing with any guards right now or anything.
Correct.
I'll just do the double move and try to move there.
Okay, so you fly this way and are floating over a small console. You can't do anything because you've done your double move, but, it looks important. Next, you get to pick. I assume you're going to pick me since we're going to have Waylon go last. Okay, so I'm going to kind of do what you did, and I'm actually going to be here with you for my regular move, but I'm going to push past you with a double move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and end up here. That's my movement. We both just kind of scooted off to the left. Waylon, you are last on the chopping block. There are 4 rooms literally right next to you with all these stuff and things to check out, or you can head into the main room like the rest of us.
Can I peek into each of these rooms around here?
If you have the movement to do so, you can't. But it will take your full turn to do that.
I'm going to assume that I'm still invisible, right?
No, you guys popped your invisibility to get on the ship without being noticed. Again, you're kind of Assassin's Creeding your way through the ship.
Okay, then yes, I'm gonna take a peek at each of the rooms.
Okay, so you yada 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 yada. So, in this first room that you peeked in again because you wanted to view all of them, in this room here looks to be a small officers or meeting area. Basically a mess room. There doesn't seem to be anyone in there currently, but there are some important looking schematics and or stuff kind of on the table / on the monitor. Over here in this room is a big sleeping quarters where engineers and people sleep. It's pretty stacked, so this is obviously an important sleeping room. Same thing with this one. An important sleeping room, and as a reminder, where there are sleeping rooms, there is treasure, wahaha. And then over here looks to be a cleansing facility, whether it's radiation cleansing, or medical cleansing, or whatever they need to do for, making stuff so it doesn't hurt people when they touch it, is over there. If you were to sabotage something like that, it would, again, reduce their crew effectiveness.
Okay. Well, you said that was my entire turn.
Yes. I just got to give you all the information so you have a good idea of what you could do later. All right.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Turn 1. All right, I'm moving the turn counter down. Starting back over with our handy dandy observer. What you doing there, Frozen?
I would like to get to wherever I need to be to interact with the reactor cores.
Okay, so you could go straight forward 1, 2, 3 and interact with here, or you could again kind of fly over these things and jot around them and get to there. So both of them are within your movement speed. But those are the 2 things you're going to have to mess with to interact with the cores, unless you're just straight up trying to blow them up.
Well, kind of, but I'm trying to do it in a roundabout way.
Right, so DM is telling you that these 2 slots are the things you will interact with to kind of mess with them without causing a major disturbance until the appropriate time.
Okay. So then I will move to the first one that's directly in front of me.
Okay, so you move right there, and you are within interaction range of the number 2 generator.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right.
You have an action, and you can do what you need to do. What do you want to do?
Is it possible to use my blow something up skill
Okay.
to set the reactor to go into a cascading failure leading to fireball of death?
You can definitely attempt to do that. And blow something up would work, but just remember, failure could lead to immediate success, which would murder the rest of you.
So don't fail.
Don't fail. Yes, that is what the DM is telling you politely.
I want to start running towards the exit.
Ooh. Ooh.
Guess we'd have to make new characters.
22.
Hey.
Oh, you lucky bastard!
Yeah, so you tell me how many rounds you want this before the cascade starts. Now, that doesn't mean the cascade will be immediate, but it is going to be a delayed effect. How many rounds do you want to wait for the cascade to occur?
I want us to be able to get off the ship.
Okay, so you're going to set it for 6 turns?
5 now.
Well, five is your
Oh,
guys'
you're right.
timeline.
6. You're right. 6.
Okay. Now, again, cascade doesn't necessarily mean it's going to blow up instantaneously, but the whatever effectiveness that occurs when I do the roll will occur in 6 turns. Cool beats. That's your turn for this round. Jumping over to our handy dandy man in silver. That's you, Spectre.
How many turns do we have again?
6 total. You are on turn round 2 with 5 remaining, basically.
5 including this one.
Correct.
4 after this.
Correct.
Okay, then, so... But I'm going to talk to anyone, see if I can get some information while helping. Heading to help.
Okay. Do you want to stay where you're at and do that, or would you like to move first?
I'll stay where I'm...
Okay, so you're floating above a console, and you interact with the nearest non-combative personnel. Go ahead and what kind of thing are you trying to do to them? Are you charming them? Are you trying to persuade them? What are you trying to do here?
Charm, I guess?
Say that again. Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I guess it'll be a charm.
All right, so you try to charm one of these lovely engineers. Go ahead, make your roll.
It is not a boost. That is a... Well, I'm pretty certain I just failed.
Okay, give me your number.
1.
You critically fail.
Security, get this creep away from me!
More or less, that's exactly what happened. So as you're trying to talk and smooth talk, and they look at you and I've never seen you in this section before. Hold up. Who the hell? Security!
I'm gonna spend the rest of my turn running.
Okay, where would you like to run to?
Nearest exit.
Okay, so you're just going for the end of the ship? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll get you there. So you're not quite at the exit row, but you're pretty close. Highly unfortunate. Waylon, I have bad news for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. As per usual, you're getting the short end of the stick as 4 security guards come bumbling in behind you.
Dang it.
They're carrying a various assortment of weapons. Now, mind you, they have no idea who they're attacking. They just know that there's someone who set off the security. Next on the list is me, right?
Yeah.
Alright, well, the security dude is running away, so I'm going to chase after him a little bit. 1, 2, 3, sorry, I'll go 3, 4, 5, 6, and get over into this computer room area. And I'm going to activate one of my thermal charges. So, because I do not care that much, I'm going to just drop it on the thing and set it up. And I'm going to have it delayed by 1 turn. So basically, when someone walks by it, which is going to be instantaneously, it's going to go off. So, now I wait. Because that's my turn. I moved. I'm setting up the device on one of the computer area things. And then I will spend the rest of my turn running, apparently. Next up, Waylon. You have 4 security guards behind you, and you have information on all the rooms here. What would you like to do? They do not know you are an enemy, currently.
Alright, well, I have an idea.
Okay.
I don't know if it's good for everybody else, but I have an idea.
Okay.
I'm assuming that I heard the security, yell.
Yep. So as soon as the security alarm was reached, you got the code red in the entire ship. So it just kind of lit up everywhere.
Okay, did everybody else start leaving? Or
Well, yeah, people are starting to move out of the way and stuff. So you got your chance. Again, these 4 guards were probably, in the room next door, and they just bust down the hallway.
Go. Okay. So I'm assuming, like, as he's seeing these guys in the halls, he's just going to very, like, nonchalantly, like, step out of the way as if he's just like a bystander who heard the yelling.
Okay, you can do that relatively easily with no extra actions. What else would you like to do?
It's mostly he's basically going to just, like, assume that he heard yelling.
Okay, so go ahead and
He's going to pretend to be a bystander, basically.
okay, so go ahead and do a act unseen or heard. If you don't have that, that's fine, but still roll it as if if that's the skill you're using.
Act unseen or heard. Okay. Rolling. Hey, that's not too bad. I rolled a 17.
17 is a pretty good roll. You're relatively convincing. I'm going to do a counter roll for these guys and see if any of them find you suspicious. So far, so good. So far, so good. So far, so good. All right. Close on one of them. On their turn, which is at the end of everyone's turn, which is right now, they'll move. So they all move past you without too much craziness. So these guys are going to scan the room.
Especially since I'm right by, like, the sleeping quarters, right?
Yes, you are in the sleeping quarters currently. One of the 2 of them.
He's just kind of gonna, like, step back to the doorway and basically just let them pass as if he had, like, came out of the room after cleaning it or something.
Perfect. So these guys are going to make a check to see if they can see any apparent enemies in the room, like someone running towards an exit at full speed. First one. Oh wow. All right. Second one. Not so smart. Third one. Really not so smart. Holy cow. And last one. Also smart. So 2 of them. So the first guy and the last guy both lock on to the dude acting suspicious currently. The other 2 are completely
That's
oblivious.
Frozen, right?
No, that's you, sir.
I know.
The other 2 are going to, or sorry, one of the other 2 doesn't see anybody, so he's just looking around. The last one's going to take a shot at someone who's running past him and just shoots him in the face with a shotgun, no regrets. Just that engineer's dead AF.
Oh no.
That doesn't set off a panic.
Everyone just starts running at the guy.
That pretty much froze everyone in their track. They weren't really ready to get shotgunned in the face. Next, top of the order. Frozen, you successfully sabotaged the thing. There's another thing to sabotage right next to you, or you could try to run over to the other generator and set it off with a cascade effect.
Well, my hope is, well, now that
You
one
do
generator going off will set off the other one.
From what's your engineering skill? Like, how many points do you have in engineering right now?
Ooh, let's see. I think I
You
just bumped it.
you as a character, this is kind of your speciality, so you'll probably have this information regardless. But what's your engineering skill?
I have 2 in engineer. I'm level 2.
Okay, so with your level 2, you're smart enough to understand that spaceships are built to lose systems all on their own. So having one shielded generatory thing go down will not completely cripple a ship. And they are completely independent of each other. So even if this place was to blow up by itself and the room completely destroyed and a whole bunch of people killed, the other generator and half of the engine functions would still probably be relatively operable.
All right. I'm gonna take the chance, and I will try to get to the other reactor.
All right, so you definitely have the movement for it. The moving isn't suspicious, but obviously, if you're gonna use your action to sabotage, I'll make rolls.
Okay, I am gonna use my action to sabotage.
All right, you do so. Go ahead and do your rolls, and I'm going to do counter rolls. The one that shot the dude in the face does not get to roll, so you only got 3 people possibly catching you. Let's find out. Nope.
18 with pluses.
1 yes. And 2 no. So only 1 person sees you messing with your thing. So you're able to get this thing started, but you haven't been able to set up the whole cascade timing. So you'll have to do another round of sabotage before you can finish it, basically. But I won't make you roll again; it'll just automatically happen.
Awesome.
You'll just have to say how many rounds you want it to last, kind of thing. Now on to me, right?
Nope. After me is
Oh, you're right.
Spectre.
Spectre! You have 1 square to move before you are in the exit zone, but you definitely know you have been spotted by the enemy. They are pointing and yelling at you, just like the security guard, or not the security, the engineer that was like, "Hey, you're not real peoples." So
I'm a real person.
what would you like to do?
Well, I could either try to fist fight my way out of this situation, get shot,
Mm-hmm. They do
or I
have
could
guns.
get off the ship.
So, the ship that is flying in to get you has not arrived yet. It is literally a flyby pickup. So it is going to swing in, you all jump out and try to catch the ship, and then take off. So you're going to have to stay in the exit zone for 4+ rounds.
Closest one. Who's closest to
Ally or enemy?
the enemies?
So straight shot through the thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away.
Or to be exact, who's just closest in general?
The
Who's
closest,
closest.
the closest in general of important characters would be Frozen's character, and he's like 3 away.
What I could do is pretend to hold someone hostage.
You did just see them murder a random person, but yes, you could.
Fair enough.
I'm not saying that's not a bad idea. I'm just saying that they have guns and probably aren't afraid to use them.
Oh,
Also, if you use Frozen as a hostage, he will definitely get pulled away from his cascading thing, and we'll have to go back to it.
yeah.
You could also grab one of these random engineers that are trying to run away, but it will involve some movement on your part, and you definitely won't be in the exit zone.
I try to convince him that I thought I'd seen something over in area that I'm at. Wasn't supposed to be there. I thought I'd read some data pad.
So you're just gonna try and talk your way out of this? Okay. Yeah, roll it. Persuasion, charm, something.
Persuasion would probably be the best.
Roll it.
Okay then, 18.
18 total. So as you're trying to explain yourself and you put your arms up, you're like, hey, I'm just in the wrong section. Don't mess with me. Don't worry. It's going to be okay. You will be giving the enemies a difficulty die when they shoot at you. As they feel
They're gonna shoot at me?
because they are feeling conflicted about shooting someone with their hands up.
Okay, so what is the difficulty die?
So it gives them basically a possible negative 1d6 to their roll. And for you, in your suit, you have a agility of 8, I believe. I don't know, you have to look at your suit and tell me how much agility you have. It's under evasion.
Find evasion.
Mm-hmm.
8.
Yep, that makes sense. Okay, cool. So basically anyone that shoots at you is going to have a negative to it. You still have the possibility to move if you would like.
I think I'd stay in position for now because if I move, it's going to look suspicious.
Okay, that makes sense to me. All right, jumping over to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, cause all things are going bad. Pew pew.
What now? You're shooting them?
Oh yeah, they pulled out guns. I've set my trap, and it's time to go. So I'm gonna use my heavy signature, and it's a foldable laser rifle, right, or a big ass laser rifle. Think Titanfall laser cannon, except for mine's compact until I pop it out. So I pop it out and just goodbye, zoop. With the auto aim, I don't have to roll. It hits.
I didn't think that we were. I thought we were still in a spot where we were trying to not kill anyone.
Well, that's probably true, but your boy ain't letting you get murked off the bat. So Hex takes a shot. This is me acting with my gut, saying that the one that shoots first wins in this scenario. I do so. Pew pew. This dude takes a whopping 4 points of energy damage. Which will completely just erase him as a person. We still haven't really figured out the appropriate person on person damage. Because it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Because how much health do people usually have? Where's that at? Where's my health? How much health do I have? 11.
I have 8.
So, how much damage does your? Because it does 2 to a mech. If you attack a mech with your weapon. So. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out in my head. What do you guys think? Because we did this last time, but I'd never found a good reason for figuring out health versus pilot. Because obviously this is basically a laser beam of doom. You think this would mark a guy in a single shot?
Yeah.
Oh, also,
No idea.
it's is that line 10 or range 10? No, it's a range 10. Okay. Cool. So it only attacks one person. How about this? This is what we're gonna do from now on, just to make life easy. Your pilot weapons do double damage to unpiloted people, right? So they still do whatever the damage they say there is to mechs. So if you hop on them and attack with your weapon, you're doing 2 damage or 4 damage or whatever. If you shoot a person with it, you're doing double. Does that sound fair? Okay. Pew pew! 8 points of damage. You go bye-bye. So, one of the 3. And they just saw me murk them, so there's no more rolling. They know I'm a bad guy.
Okay.
That's my turn. Which then goes to Kodiak. Kodiak, you're right next to a couple of them. Tell me you have a shotgun. Waylon, yeah.
Okay, I'm here.
It is your turn. You just saw one of the people get evaporated by my super laser, which is probably the most effective you've ever seen it, because usually I miss.
And they can't see me right now, can they?
You are currently hidden to them, yes.
I am going to activate my thing, and I'm going to go into the room that you said had schematics and stuff like that. Which I think was from where I am, and from the orientation, it's the top left, I believe. And I'm going to go into that room and get more information. Because if I can see the schematics, I know where to put things to make things go boom later on. Just cause general mayhem later.
Okay, roll it and gather information. Or get a hold of something is probably the more appropriate term.
Okay. That is a...
Actually, time out. You have that data pad.
Oh, that's true.
You don't really need to do any extra searching for schematics and things like that, because that's what the data pad was.
Oh, if that was that, then Can I look it over, or would that cost me an action?
I don't think you would need to. It's on your person. You can literally, if you escape, you'll be able to check it out later. I mean, hell, you could upload it to your OmniHook and send it directly to the ship. But you can do that while we're flying away.
That's true. In that case, I won't go into that room that you said had the schematics. I'm going to go into the scrubbing room.
Okay, you go into the scrubbing room. You're in there. What would you do? You just do random chaos? Do you start shooting? How do you goof this room up, or do you do anything to it, or are you just chilling there for now?
I'm gonna do something to it, and what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to I'm going to do hacker fix to sabotage it.
Okay, so you go in there and you basically fry the computer. Roll it.
Okay. With my +4 for hacker fix, this would be a 13 +4. That's 17.
You do a 17. You do a pretty good job. You kind of like our handy dandy Frozen. Are pretty sure you'll succeed if you spend a little bit more time in there.
Am I still invisible while I'm doing this, or?
Well, yes, because you have an ally who is, please don't shoot me, and another ally that just eviscerated one of their allies, so they're a little distracted currently.
Yeah, I just meant because I put my, like my invisibility up.
So you are, wait, when did you put invisibility up?
I said I put my invisibility up because you said I was hidden from view of the guys, so I'm going to put it up and then go.
Okay, so as a reminder, putting the invisibility up is a quick action.
Quick action.
And then you only have the movement as a person. You only get 2
Oh,
actions.
okay. I need a full action for that. Okay, then I guess I'm just vibing in the room.
Okay. Vibing.
I will roll again next time.
Alright, it's the enemy's turn. So, critical fail guy McGee is going to roll again to see if he can find an enemy, as he removes what remains of one of his friends off of his face. Yep. Yep, he does. No, he actually calls the only person out that hasn't been spotted yet, which is the man in the other room. Hey, I just saw a guy run in there. And he is then going to block Waylon's door because the action was to find the people. But he's there, Waylon. There's a dude looking at you.
But I was invisible.
You were vibing. Also, he rolled a critical. That's the most appropriate stupid shit that I could come up with.
I thought I was invisible, though. I activated the, invisibility armor.
No, you didn't do that, remember?
No, that's what I said. I activated the invisibility armor and then moved, and that's why you said I could not interact with it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you wanted to keep the 17 you rolled.
No, I said I will roll next time.
Never mind. I take that back then. You are 100% correct. You were invisible.
That's why.
You're good. Don't worry about it. I misunderstood.
Okay.
Anyway, so with the critical then, he will get to move and do his action because that makes more sense. He already pointed out to you, and you, and you, so there's a 1d3 chance of who he shoots at. Also, I forgot to flip that. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll roll it on the board so y'all can see it. Number 1, hands up in the air, pew pew. He takes shots at you with his shotgun. So he's going to want to move first, so he gets in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He says, hello, pew pew. Nothing's blocking me.
Misses both, hopefully.
No, he hits super hard. He does have disadvantage because of your thing. So he could miss if I roll max. I did roll max. It misses somehow. Thank the dice gods. I rolled a 14 on the roll and then took a -6, so that puts it right. Oh, sorry, that puts it right at 8. Never mind. You're getting shot either way. My apologies. You take
damage.
You do take damage. So you would take 4 damage, but it's actually 8 because we're doubling it. Now, if you have armor or anything like that, you get to add it, subtract it from the damage, like you would. If not, you just take the full 8. And we will say that the armor applies just like, if you were a mech. So if it's 1, you get 2, so on and so forth. Basically, whatever your armor is double on your personal health.
What are you saying?
I don't think you have armor. Just take 8 damage. Are you still alive?
I only have 8 health.
All right, he goes down. You're not dead, but you're at 0 hit points, or whatever you want to call it. Which means you get to do something. Let me go to the appropriate page because there's stuff that happens. So let's go to compendium, go down to reference, not structural damage, overheating, down and out. Here we are. So your pilot is reduced to 0 hit points. Roll a 1d6. Don't roll a 1, please.
6.
You rolled a 6. On a 6, your pilot barely shrugs off the hit, or it's a close call. You return to 1 HP. So you're not down and out. You still get your turn. You take a shotgun to the chest and... oh, God. And that's your turn.
I'm just going to go...
Not your turn.
My character...
Anyway, the other 2 are going to move. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to stack up on these barrels. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to shoot at me because, you know, I'm dumb. That one's not going to do jack diddly. And this one is going to roll a 3. Wow. All right. So they don't have any pluses or anything. They do have reliable on their guns. So they are going to do 4 damage apiece, except for the one that critically failed, whose gun is going to jam. So he's going to have to spend a turn unjamming an X round. But this dude definitely hits me and I take 4. Oh no, I take that back. I take 1 because I have 1 armor. So I take 2 points of damage. Thank you, assault ship, or assault armor. Next. That's all their turns. So top of the order. You have enemies right next to you, and you can complete this action as an action, and start the cascade for this next thing, and then do whatever you need. They have identified you as a bad guy, though, so maybe replacing your move action with a pew pew would be the right choice.
Yes. But I want to finish the cascade.
Yes, so that'll take an action, and then you can replace your move action if you don't want to move with another quick action.
Okay. So I want to set this to cascade at the same time as the other one, so that would be 4 rounds now.
Correct.
Excellent. Since we have this round and 2 more to get out.
Correct.
All right. And then that guy is right in front of me, dude. That is not the place to be.
You do have a shotgun, so you could actually shoot both of them.
That's exactly what I'm saying. This was not the place for you to be, dude. I am really, really sorry.
What's the range on your shotgun?
5.
So, yeah, you can definitely hit both of them.
Come on.
But per the rules, for some reason, you can only shoot one of them. Shotguns don't have a spread. It doesn't make any sense.
I know, right? 14.
14 definitely hits. Roll. What's your damage?
It's medium signature weapon, so it's 2.
It's 2.
Times 2 is 4.
Times 2 is 4. So you do 4 points of damage to that guy. He's still alive. Wait, I thought medium signatures were 4. Oh, wow. So you know how I thought I took damage last round?
Yeah.
I did not take damage last round. Medium AC weapons, because they have the equivalent of that. Or sorry, not AC, but medium signature weapons. I'm fine. Everything's good.
Did I take damage then?
You still took damage, yes, but it was not as bad, so you didn't have to roll that save. So, my bad.
Okay, so how much health am I at?
So you would be down 4 points, not 8.
Okay.
My apologies.
Oh, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Alright, so my turn now?
Yeah. Check
As blood is coming out of my body from the shotgun round, I just go, God, my grandmother hits harder than that. As I pull out my medium AC and unload into the guy that shot me.
So an AC is a melee weapon.
Oh, sorry, medium signature.
There you go. He's definitely within range, so do it. Shoot him.
Alright, so what do I need to roll?
It's an attack roll, so roll to hit. If you have assault, I will allow you to add assault, because that makes sense, right, guys?
I have
Yes.
+4 in assault.
Roll it.
I just rolled a 19.
That's a critical, baby.
Boy.
But for this, it doesn't really do too much, because, they're set damage. So, you do double damage on double... I'm going to say you do double damage, because that makes sense, right?
8 damage.
You do 8 damage, blowing him to smithereens. What kind of weapon is it, by the way? I know it's a medium
It
signature.
said it was a energy rifle.
Yeah, so you just pull out your plasma carbine and light him up like he's a dumb-looking Spartan.
It is not the plasma carbine from Halo. That thing sucks.
How dare you say such things?
It's only good when you're fighting grunts, and that's it.
Anyway, you plasma blast him in the face by overcharging your weapon, splooting him in the face. He's donezo.
We'll say it's a plasma rifle from Halo.
That works. All right. After you is me, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to use one of my actions to reload my cannon. And then I'm going to shoot again, because we have the auto hit, which I totally forgot about. By the way, for the next time you shoot, if you have your auto hit weapons on your thing, you don't have to roll, you just take a hit. Now, obviously you rolled and got a critical, so I'm not going to take that away from you. But you guys don't have to roll to hit if you have it applied to your weapon. Like me, so I'm going to do that, and this dude's going to get the sploot, the one that didn't have damage and wasn't having to reload. He's dead. That's my turn. That's all I can do. Jumping over to Waylon. Waylon, you have 2 quick actions to burn on your turn. You can either move and run, or you can do the sabotaging like we talked about before. I'll even let you keep your 17, and then do your secondary quick action to finish the sabotage in one whole round.
Will you now?
I will. I'll allow it.
You sure? This
Yeah.
is just because we're running out of time.
More or less.
Okay.
But mechanically, you're just burning 2 quick actions. You won't get to run. You'll be stuck where you're at.
I mean, I'm still invisible, so I can deal with that.
Okay. So you take your whole turn to doopa-dappa-deepa-dap?
Yeah.
Okay, you do so. Doopa-dappa-deepa-dap. I'm going to roll and see how bad you messed that place up. Oh, it's bad. It's bad. Nice. Good roll. That's your turn. It's the end of the round, which means it's the one remaining enemy who has to unjam his rifle for an action. So he goes, it's unjammed. And then he has a target-rich environment, which he might notice. He is quite outnumbered currently. So he's going to call in reinforcements. He says, I need all men on deck. Send the drones. Send the drones. Which will
Say we
1,
lock the door.
2, 3, 4 of them fly in from this way. And as they
No.
do so, they hit the thermite charge. Which does 10 AP damage.
Armor piercing.
Not only does it destroy all of those drones,
It
Pretty sure.
pulverizes them.
So
but it also completely fries those computers.
exactly.
He just turned those drones off. That's all that happened.
There'll be more, but they were activated, came in full speed, and just... And this dude probably just heard the explosion from that room. Also, there is an explosion. I will be thrown, but it won't actually move me at all. Because I am a direct line from the doorway. Next. Top of the order.
That
2
would be
rounds
me.
before our stuff flies off. We have one enemy left.
I have plenty of movement, so I'm just gonna
Shoot him.
I'm just gonna blast this guy.
Roll it. Quick, we don't have a lot of time.
15.
15 hits. He's dead. You've already hit him once.
Oh, well, then I will take my move action to move over to the door
1, 2, 3, 4,
and
5,
be in
6.
our exit area.
All right, you're in the exit area. You're pretty sure you'll escape safely. Next up, there's no enemies currently for this entire round. So go ahead and be quick about what you're doing. I assume everyone's moving towards the exit. Okay, you're at the exit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm almost there. I'm gonna take the double move since there's no enemies and get to the exit row. Waylon, I assume
Yep.
you do the same. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
4, 5,
I've basically
6.
done just about all I can do. So, yeah.
Okay, we're all at the exit row at the end of the round. And then more drones come in. Some from this side, and some from this side.
They hit the forges as well.
No, the bomb's
No.
already blown up. There's no more damage that can be done in that room, or at least that console.
Oh,
And then they move.
how way to fix
da-da-da.
that? As I throw in 2 forges.
They move on their turn. You guys do have an action, so technically you could throw explosives if you have them. But does anyone have explosives on their character?
I have thermite
No.
charges.
Where would you like to yeet your thermite charge?
Yes.
Well,
Probably
the
on a
right-
wall where it would become a very big nuisance.
Yeah.
They do have a range of 5, so you could throw it to either one of these walls and they will have varying effect. Like I said before, this thing here repairs the outside of the ship. You have no idea what this console over here does.
I'm gonna take out the repair.
Okay, so you throw it over here and cause havoc with all the things over here, because actually you can only throw 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's being generous and allowing you to throw through an item. So it goes here. You know what? You'll probably actually want it here so it doesn't hit your ally. And then it bursts 3. So it does hit that. It hits this. It doesn't hit this console, but everything else over here that gets goofed up, including our handy dandy cyclone machine, whatever you want to call it. So it's 10 damage to anything that's electronic, right? I believe I just looked at it. It's 10. Doesn't matter. You do 10 points of damage, AP, energy, explosionness to all this stuff. It doesn't hit the drones at all, but this stuff over here is fragged. You don't know really all it does, except for you do know this thing looks goofed up. The other stuff that's over there is also not in great shape. This thing that you have cascading starts its cascade now. So I'm going to roll a dice and see how long the cascade takes over. Because it was already on the way to failing. You just kind of sped it up. Interesting. Okay. Well, it was good knowing you guys. So, the final round happens. You get a handy dandy flying ship that's going to pretend to be your ship. And you guys all load up, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the ship takes off. Congratulations, boys and girls. You escaped. Now,
I mean, I was invisible, but still.
hey, you did good. So, what this will happen, right, is both engines will cascade. One a little bit sooner than the other, but it will put this ship dead in the water for a considerable amount of time. Not to mention all the other stuff that you destroyed, like the repair ship in the back, which will, again, effectively take out the repaired armor of the ship. You guys destroyed some supplies, which is kind of whatever. You destroyed the sanitation things, which just slows down efficiency. So, like, it went from being, oh, you have 36 hours to doubling that to 72 hours just from this room alone. Not to mention the destroyed engines and everything else, which is, you know, a couple weeks to fix. So this thing is KIA, not moving anywhere. It didn't affect too many other systems, except for this room back here that you guys blew up. Was a engineering terminal, basically. It held a whole bunch of important schematics and printing data. So they don't even have the majority of stuff to print what they need to print out for stuff. So If your ship can outlast them, they're going to run out of supplies unless they are physically supplied by someone else.
Oh, we really screwed them.
We did very good this round, this entire session.
Yeah.
The dice gods were on our side.
The dice gods were in fact on our sides. I rolled very high, very.
All right.
Or are we now the dice gods?
Yeah, you know.
Don't
Dude,
say that. You'll anger them.
Right?
If our ship attacked now, dude, they would have a high chance of wiping the floor with these guys.
Yes. Yeah, pretty
we're
much.
the chosen of the dice gods, I guess.
So, with all that being said and done, we're going to wrap up this session, and then we'll do our after-action review afterwards. So, call out this week, or today, whatever. Sale ends tonight. So, / tomorrow, whenever I pull it off the site. So, be sure to get your dice in the next few hours while you have a chance. Obviously, check out the website, check out our socials, all that fun stuff. The code for the website this month is Turkey 907. It's capital T, lowercase everything else, 907. You guys have any last minute thoughts before we do our after action review? Any call-outs for
I
yourself?
think we did good.
Just
Not right now.
that this is too damn much fun, and I about to leave my other D&D. I can focus on this one.
Oh no! Oh! We got another one, boys. Hooked him. Hook, line, and sinker. All right. Well, with adventure in mind, I hope you all have a wonderful time.